Mondu, since you're always apparently sleeping, you'll just be sleeping in one of the chairs in the bar over here. That's the idea. Hanging around your friend Sayward, Jim Smith, you know. And
Do you guys
Sayward,
do
you
guys
are
even
currently entertaining the folk in the tavern.
Sounds good.
You guys may do whatever you want. Converse, talk to the tavern folk. I mean, I know Mondu's sleeping, but Sayward, what are you currently doing as entertaining? What kind of song are you singing?
That's a great question.
Well, you can do a genre. I mean, like, you know, is it a romantic kind of song? Or are we doing, you know, more of a general type of song?
A song about the people.
About the people.
Perhaps.
So right now you're raising the tavern's folks. Well, not really morale, but more along the lines of their happiness in general, which is linked to morale.
Let's go with that.
Sure. Let's roll a charisma roll for the shits and giggles to start off with the rolls at the beginning of the game. Just roll, a charisma roll. And see how well your song is played.
That? What dice do I roll? A D...
D20.
A D what?
Mm-hmm.
D20,
on the very far right.
Is this one? Yeah.
Yep. You got it. Ooh. What's your charisma modifier? Oh shit.
Not a good night tonight.
7. Seeing the tavern folk is mostly using you for background noise. Very, very neutral because of your modifier. So
I perhaps had a few drinks before the night.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they would have had a couple of drinks before he started his entertainment, and thus forth started kind of slurring his words, and his music is falling a little bits and pieces. But you know what? Let's see if the tavern folk actually care or not. They don't give a shit.
All right.
they're just enjoying the shitty music with you.
See, they all had a few drinks as well, so it's perfect.
All right. So now that's going on, you're playing songs, slurring your words, you know, having a good time with the rest of the tavern folk. You see this guard walk in, guard from the central city, more of the in the like the high parts of the town where like the more classy people are. You notice his armor. It is definitely polished. And he goes up to the bartender, right? Sits down and he starts to get some drinks. There's a guy next to him, probably someone he knows, and he starts talking. Roll a perception roll to see if you hear anything during your shitty performance and while you're slightly drunk. So a D20, just a D20, and then add your wisdom modifier.
So are all the checks D20s for that kind of stuff?
Yes, this is correct, unless specified. Oh boy.
What the hell?
Oh boy.
With your wisdom modifier, that makes it 4, and you have no extra perception. Mondu, are you always
crap, I guess.
Are you always sleeping, or can you roll perception for this kind of stuff?
Little Yondu is visibly sleeping, but he's always conscious, like he's technically awake, even though he's technically
so like eyes open, ears conscious in a way.
Yeah, eyes are not open, but he sees.
This is a reference, yes.
Little,
all right, fine. You roll a perception roll, and we'll do -1 to the roll just because you're like not intensely focused on it. So just a D20 on the right. Yep, just D20 plus your wisdom -1. So it would just be a -1 to the whatever D20 you roll.
Please.
We are not aware.
At least it's not a nat 1. At least it's not a nat 1.
I'm focused on how
all right,
badly.
So you guys are rolling. I can't get the story going on if you roll shit. Come on.
Insane.
All right, so both of you guys are just having a good time. You are aware that they're talking about something. You are curious about what's going on. Moments later, within probably, I don't know, 15 minutes of him after the guard is drinking, he gets up. He walks to Sayward and says, "Your music's crap. Can you do a little bit better, please?"
But of course, it's.
Hold up.
It has not been
on
the
that.
best night.
Hold on, I'm just gonna do something.
Yeah, I'm going to do something. Let me double check my expensively long list of spells.
Do you guys have a character model for what you're doing? Because you could put yourself in a tavern down here.
I have this little boy over here. I just imported it.
Where are we on the map, by the way?
Right here. Black hand. I don't know if you can see me here. I'll just put there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So
You're more
Up
towards
to
over.
that,
So Yondu's probably over here because Saber's in this corner over here. That's the enchantment area.
Okay.
This part
gotcha.
over here is where
Yeah.
the bartender is at. It has all his drinks in this corner over here, the bigger corner. So, anyways, what are you doing, Montu?
I'm going to get up close to Sayward. Like Yondu can walk very slowly and be like when not in combat. Like basically, Yondu uses his body like a puppet. So through inner magic, he moves slowly. He can walk to not call attention.
And just so you know,
Where's
you
Sayward?
were close enough to hear that. You didn't say it very loud. The guard didn't, but you were close enough to hear it.
With my passive, super crazy perception, I do hear that. So
Yeah.
where are you, Sayward? I don't see you.
Say what
Yeah,
I
I need to-
Is
looked
there
up for
a?
a.
Oh, you made one. Okay.
I looked up for human
Oh,
male
yeah, that'll
loot
work.
card.
Perfect. Let's go.
What color do you want to
So,
be?
Where am I? I'm in the
Teal?
corner here.
Are you teal on purpose, or do you want a different color? Say word.
Can I change the color?
Yeah, what color you
Let's
want?
see.
Just tell me a
Yeah,
general
right
color.
click.
I
color
mean, red will
to-
do since my
Red?
team color is red. Let's go with that.
Okay, like how about like that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
And then we'll change
Okay.
clothes, I guess. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, I'll go white.
All right, so that's where you're in the corner playing your good old music, and seems like Mondu's trying to do something. What are you doing?
I'm getting close to him, and I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder and tell him, Fred, you can do better. And I'm going casting guidance on him. That's my little divination cantrip.
Okay.
Now, whenever he has a skill check, he can add a D4 to his roll.
Ooh, alrighty.
That was a cantrip, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Is there? Hold on. Let
You
me
can
find.
check all my spells.
Where did you get these
I
guys?
don't
These
know if you
objects, by
can
the
see
way,
them.
for
You
players.
press the minus button,
Minus button?
like next to your shift.
No,
Do you see
I think
the right side shift?
No, I'm asking how to get one of these
you
characters.
go objects at the top, and then
Yeah.
there's components RPG kit, but it has very limited stuff.
Oh, here we go. Thank you. We got heroes, villains. There's no regulars. It looks.
Yeah, there's no.
He's more of a
townfall.
knight. 'Cause he's a guard, so we'll just put him in that for now. We'll mess with it later.
There you go.
We'll mess
And
with.
you can right click it and make it attack and stuff.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
die.
I know he's got
Oh, that's
artificial
cool.
movement.
Ah,
So yeah, now when you try again, you can roll a d4 to add to whatever you roll.
Cool.
Oh, is that what the
doesn't he
point was?
snap to grid?
Yeah, he does.
You can right click,
Here,
toggle,
if we make this smaller, it will
and-
work.
untoggle the grid thing, so it doesn't.
Yeah, I
snap
mean
anymore.
they're a little bit big for what this is, anyways.
Mm.
There, this works. Gotta make him a little bit bigger. But yeah, the snap to grid thing, I'll turn it off here for him now.
Yeah, I think we only need it really in combat, right?
Combat
Yeah, I would
and
say.
when I'm making tile stuff, yes. Hello, Mr. Six.
Either way,
Alright, so-
after Yondu casts his spell on Sayward to help him in his next performance, he goes back to the table and leans over the table.
Okay, so now you're back over there. So all you did was give Saber a D4 to his roll? That was the whole thing?
A much
Do
needed
his
boost
next
of
skill
Okay,
check.
okay. So after the guard did that and after Mondu did that, I guess you could roll a charisma roll and see if you start playing better magically with a D4
Sure,
extra.
let's do it. So we do the 20 first and then the D4?
Yeah.
You can click both,
you can
one
click
after
both.
the other.
Yeah, you can have
Oh,
both.
yeah.
That's fine. That's okay. Oh my god.
Oh
my
god,
God.
Hayward.
It's
Still
seven-
suck, but hang on.
seven
That's a
and
D6 though, but you
D6.
hit a 1 anyways.
Wow.
which one is the D4 on here?
So
Oh, there it
that's
is.
11.
That's
There
a
was
D4.
one on the left, yeah.
We'll just re-roll.
Okay.
Okay, so then you had so a total of a 9. 7 plus
Oh, yeah,
2.
normal.
9.
Okay.
Well, it's getting better.
Well, Saber,
It's getting better.
because of Mondu, you actually start playing a little bit better. The guard
Okay.
decides to go back to his seat and sits down. So, Chloe, since while they're doing this, Chloe, we're gonna have you
Yes.
over here in the yeah. We're gonna have you over here. We need 2 more objects. Give me a second here. We're just gonna like put it into perspective here. I'm just trying to find something. I guess we'll just have to use the RPG kit. Yeah, we'll just make them knights. Who cares? Doesn't matter. We'll figure out something another time. I do have other things, but mostly I have monsters. Is the problem?
Well, what are you looking for? Because the miniature thing has a lot. They are not animated or something like that, but
It's fine. Don't worry about it. They're guards anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Then it works.
Well, you have been
Uh-oh.
captured, and you are currently being held against your will, but being tied, your hands to a knot.
Oh, that's
You
bad.
have been found guilty of something, but you are not aware of it. So, as you're walking over here, you can do whatever the hell you want. There are people from the stands over here. There's people from the other side too. They're just looking and staring at you. Do you do anything, or you just continue to walk?
I talk to the guard in front of me, and I
Mhm.
ask him, "Hey, old chap, what did I do?
You're not British.
I don't know what I don't know what I'm doing."
Not the voice I expected for this character.
Yes, neither did I.
At all.
The guard enters you and says, "Shut up. You don't need to know. It's on a need to know basis." Let's just start moving you over here. Is there anything else you would want to do, or you want to continue to move?
For now, I'll sigh a little and look down on my feet, and
For the
I'm
entire
walking with
time?
them.
Is that the idea?
Well, I don't know if something's happening or if we're stumbling upon anything, but no. For now, I'm just walking with them, and I'm just like, huh.
All right, we're gonna put you over here then, if that's the case. You're in the middle
All right.
of the south side port area. 2 guards, and we'll get back to this. This is just the timeline going on over here. So now the bar is closing. It's time for everyone to leave. That means everyone, the bartender say, "Hey, it's time to pay your tabs. It's time to go." So we have, of course, Mondu, the guard, and of course Sayward. They all start walking out. The guard goes and just meets up with the other guys over here. That's the idea. And
Oh, the
you
one
guys are
guard is a little
following
bit
them
smaller.
as well, because let's say your place is like towards the middle of town, so you have to go up here anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
So we are like.
You
over
notice
here.
what's going on over here. Use a perception roll.
Where's
Nope.
my? Hold up. I need to move
And there
all
are
over the
plenty of people
place.
around here, like, just gathering, so there's a lot of innocence.
Is this
Hold
dice
up.
rigged or
Perception
something?
roll. It's a d20 plus my modifiers, right?
Yeah. Rip Sayward. I mean, that's a basic perception roll. It's towards the nighttime, so actually in the morning, 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
Well, that's
That's
a
more like it.
14. Wait. I have it's a 20 plus 2 because I have proficiency in perception. Right?
Oh, I got
Or is it
+4 on
plus
that
4?
roll from Mondu's thing.
Yeah,
too,
it should
right?
be +4 +2, right? Because you
Plus
get the
6, so
wisdom modifier.
That's a 20 in perception then.
Okay, so wait. So +4 +2 for Sayward, so we got 12 and then 20. Did you say 20 or 22?
It should be 20 total.
So this is what you guys have? Is that the idea?
I think so. Yes.
All right. So you guys notice that the guards are kind of ganging up on this animal fellow, and they're starting to just beat him up. In general, he's been found accused of crimes of several different things. None of them are, you don't know this, but none of them are actually true. They just want to go ahead and put on a show for the rest of the people here to make them think that their town is safe. And the standard, we're saving you from all this harm kind of deal, but we're going to sacrifice an innocent and they don't know any better. That's the idea. So actually, this is more of an execution center, and they're putting Chloe in the middle over here.
Oh,
Can
no.
I
And
get an insight check on the intentions of these boys beating up this poor man?
Yeah, roll. Go for it. That is also a wisdom roll. what's your
Okay,
total?
That's a 5
Wow.
plus. It's a
Wow.
5 plus 4, so 9.
9. Your intentions say that they are, well, it's such a low roll that here, let me see if you know anything. Just out of curiosity to see if I can make it easier on you. No. All right, your intentions are as you see fit. They're going to probably kill this animal folk. Would you like to roll an insight as well, Sayward? For
I
shits
guess
and
I might
giggles.
as well, yeah. See what happens. All right, incoming 2. Oh, that's actually decent.
All right, you hit the
And it's
normal
plus
standard.
wisdom, right? Which is
Yeah,
+1 for me, so
14.
14.
It's good enough, anyways. So you definitely are suspicious of what's going on here. It definitely doesn't seem normal. Something seems off. As you notice, as you're looking at the animal folk, it definitely seems like he's not struggling, and he doesn't seem like he's evil either.
Can I speak up? Can I speak to the guards? While
Yeah, at
while
this
they're
point, you're
beating me?
put in an area where you're being how do you put this? You're in an area where like it's an execution moment kind of deal. Let's put it that
Yeah.
way.
So basically, I'm just bound, but do I have the freedom of speech? Can I speak?
Oh, you can say anything you want. They didn't put anything in your
Cool.
mouth.
I would try to persuade the guard that came with the other folk to clarify the situation. Since I tried to talk to the others.
All right, we're gonna
Oi,
persuade.
fellas! Oi, fellas! What have I done? I don't know what I've done. I'm just alone and on visit. Help me out here. They're not telling me anything here. Please help me.
Okay, roll your charisma check. Gotta outbeat the guard's charisma as well.
Oh boy.
Wait, bro.
Not even
I
close.
I
What is going on?
have a 3 + 1, so I have a 4.
Well, it basically, since you rolled low and
So that
totally
didn't
didn't beat him, the guard in the middle says, "Shut up! You don't need to know. You know what you did, etc., etc." The normal stuff. Not even trying to give you an idea what you did. Not even like trying to clarify anything at all. You just know that you're being framed or being used as some sort of propaganda. Something. It just doesn't seem right.
Well, then I would like to speak up.
Okay.
So I approach the guards a little bit. Gentlemen, what's the meaning of this? What has this poor lion fellow done?
The guard in the middle, as you can see, probably the most important guard turns around and speaks to you. This Leonin has been caught stealing, raping, etc. all over the town, and now we're about to execute him.
Insight check.
I mean,
No,
I
I
guess you
don't.
could.
I done none such a thing.
He doesn't say it loud enough for you to hear it,
Oh, okay.
but if you roll a higher perception check, I'll give it to you.
Okay. I can do that.
Perception?
Let's do it.
Wait, I have to roll perception, right?
Yep, just you. Go.
Oh, okay. Just
Gotta roll pretty high for this one. He didn't say it towards you, away from you, unless you have an ultra hearing.
Hold on.
All right,
I
you
have
heard it.
15.
You heard it. Don't even need any bonuses. That was the DC.
I'm also proficient in perception, so I would have a +1.
That works out really well for you. Yes. So you actually barely heard, and you made some
Wait.
sort of comprehension of what he said.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
you-
So I said,
Wait,
"Oi!"
your proficiency bonus is +2, Chloe.
Is it? Oh, is it plus 10?
What?
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
I have a +2 up here, and I have a
So
1 in
for
perception.
perception, it should be a +3 then, to whatever you roll.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, we're 5e level 1.
Oh yeah,
Okay, cool.
5e. That's right. That's a thing. I always forget because in 3e that wasn't a thing. It was just to attack. Fair enough. Okay, I'll allow that.
Anyway,
Okay.
you heard him.
Speaking of which, wait. Before we start over it, you guys were also adding that roll to your perception checks, yes or no?
Yeah, the numbers I gave you are final.
Say where were
Roll
you using it
plus
as well?
whatever modifier.
I don't think I rolled for it. Hang on.
Well,
so-
the roll. The
No.
rolls are.
So your previous rolls for perception, did you add a +2, +1 into it? It wouldn't have
yes, I
mattered
did.
anyway since your rolls were low regardless, but it could have
We
mattered
have already
if it was
crap.
higher.
I hope damage is good.
All right, what were you gonna say, Chloe?
Oi, fellas!
Let's
I
keep
done
this up.
No such
Before
a
I
thing.
go to bed, I want to
I'm
harass you for like a
innocent.
minute.
I swear, I'm just on visit.
I want
Now,
to
do
insight
Mondu
check
and I-
both of them.
Is that what you really tell them, Chloe?
Yeah, that's what I tell him.
Do Mondu and I hear
They're
him?
not. Honestly, there is no any persuasion check that could outbeat that. They literally just ignore you straight up. Straight up ignore you.
Fair enough.
Give me one moment here.
cards are
IGS,
us.
thank you for the 26 months. Welcome back and have a good night, dude. Take care. Sep, yep, it's a Monday morning thing. And hello, Sepri. How you doing? All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
You're all good.
Okay, so Saber, were you gonna roll an insight? Was that the idea? Or
I think
was,
both
yes.
of us.
I think
rolled
both of you are gonna
insight.
roll. You're gonna roll at the same time?
Let's go.
Add all your bonuses and then tell me your total. Was that a
God
really a
damn it.
net roll?
That was not. I mean, Saywood is drunk. Makes sense.
It does make sense in the context of the
What?
story, but fair enough.
So that's a 9. I rolled a 9, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Plus 6. As total is 15.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna start with Saber since you rolled a nat one. Since you rolled a nat one, you're actually starting to believe that they're possibly doing something okay. That's how bad it is.
Okay.
Like, that's only because you roll a nat one, so it's a negative effect on your character.
Yeah.
You're starting to believe maybe there's something good about this, but you know they're going to execute someone, and it's usually not a good thing since of your good nature, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you think, well, maybe I could turn a blind eye, but it's still not a good thing, kind of deal. Mandu, you starting to notice that this act seems kind of very suspicious, and you think that they are actually going to kill this innocent fellow here, just for the sake of word and make sure their people are quote unquote safe. That's their idea. That's their plan.
Well, Yanni walks up one more step. Is going to say, "Hey, are you sure this fella over here is actually the one wreaking havoc? I don't feel evil from him."
All right, just for the sake of content, we're gonna roll a persuasion check, a charisma roll, just to see if
Charisma
he can.
roll?
Yep, just a counteracting charisma roll. Oh my god. Oh.
Really?
Oh
I
my
mean,
god.
You guys.
that's a
Hey
critical
Chloe, you ready to
fail,
make a new
right?
character?
I'm ready. I'm
Wait,
playing chat
wait a
already, I'm
minute.
dying.
It's in that one. You
What does
can't
the
undo
guard
it.
say?
What? Oh, the guard same? Well, since he
No.
did roll two, he's gonna tell you something really basic. He's basically saying, yes, he is the culprit of many different crimes, and we're going to make sure this town is safe, so we're executing him. That's just so generic. Doesn't even try to convince you at all.
Well,
And
Yanni
since you got
is
in
a
that one,
cleric,
you're almost
so-
willing and inclined to believe him, but you still think something's
Well,
up.
Hmm.
How does this happen?
Yeah,
We're
we
rolling
suck.
like crap.
We suck.
Dice are charged.
I mean, we could start
Oh.
initiative if you want to fight them.
my
Not
God.
yet, not yet. After that, I ask, well, if this criminal is really a criminal, I happen to be a cleric. Could I give him a chance to redeem himself and
Oh,
speak to the gods?
We're really trying
damn.
to persuade. As this
Oh.
whole conversation is going on, I'm becoming more and more nervous and struggling in my things, and I'm getting visibly upset.
You know, you can always go for a struggle check and see if you can break free if you want to go that route.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, too good for you. Opposing persuasion rolls again, Mandu, because the only reason why I'm doing this is because the guard is familiar with this kind of stuff, and you would have to like really persuade him, otherwise he'll tell you no. That's the idea.
Okay, so
Because
it's a
he
plus
knows what
2
he's
to
doing,
knowledge.
and he wants to make sure you're out of it. That's the idea.
God damn it!
The low rolls today, I tell you.
It's a
Wow.
it's
Wow.
a 6.
He got a
Wait,
7.
it's a 6.
It's a 7 for him.
Oh, damn it.
That's his charisma, yeah.
What's happening? We're drunk.
barely weak against him. He says, "No, you may not. I assure you that we are definitely taking care of the town folk here, and he is what he did to the town, exactly as he was been named for."
Now, gentlemen, are you certain he needs to be executed for this? Surely there's some other lighter sentence he could take here.
If we don't give people a reason to think that their town is safe, and give you actual physical evidence of doing such a thing, how can we let the town know that they're actually safe?
At least let the poor fellow speak.
He has spoken several times, actually. He has denied all claims, but we know better.
Have you found any?
You
Have
guys
you
m-
found in him the stuff you say he stole?
Yes, as he. Hold on. This is the perfect time to use sleight of hand. Let's go.
Oh, are you slipping shit into my pockets? No way, dude.
Hold up,
Hold on.
perception
No.
check.
Hold on. Chloe, you also have to you have to roll as well. Perception to see if you see this as well.
Oh god, but what does it matter if I see it or not? Nobody's believing me anyways. Fucking
What
hell!
is going on?
Let's go.
This is-
I mean, you're being
Okay.
destroyed by the other two
Say
guards.
and
So
Amandu,
it's for you to
your
be-
choice here if you want to check for this or not. My God, how is this going
hold on.
this way?
Do we roll for perception?
Roll for perception.
Or-
Perception. Do a minus because he walked over here. Do a minus
God
2 to
damn
your
it!
minus 2 to your roll because it's further away.
Okay, it's
Come
hold
on,
up.
say
It's
word.
7 plus 4
God
plus 2.
fucking damn it!
I got
What are the
it's
odds?
an 11. We're drunk. Sorry, Chloe.
You guys
got
don't
an 11.
notice anything. In fact, he slips
No, of course we don't.
some drugs in there, and he slips some stolen items in from behind, and he conveniently pulls it out in front of you and say, "This is what he stole from the people."
I don't know this.
But you notice none of you notice anything. Mandu still doesn't believe him, but didn't even see the sleight of hand at all. Jesus Christ, you
At
guys.
this point, I'm inclined Saywood believes them because he has
No.
a 1
Chloe,
on
Yeah,
Chloe,
I
this is
do
your
at
time to
this point.
speak out
No,
since
seems all right
they
to
pull it
me.
out in front of you. You
I-
want to say anything
I
about
don't know
the...
of any of this. There's no reason to believe that those are from me. This is just a setup. I'm a poor pawn in their game.
Can I insight check Chloe?
Yes, but you have to get closer to him. The guards won't let you get
I'll-
closer than where they are at.
Hmm.
Where we are right now?
So like you would have to go up here. They block you from getting any further though. So if Saber wants to join as well, it doesn't matter. Your insight check. You're trying to get a good look and trying to get an insight what's going on by his voice, by his sound, by how he's acting and reacting. I'm gonna say a -1 to the roll for insight, just because they're trying to block your sight and all that.
At this point, we would need a plus 11 to just
Hold
get
up.
somewhere.
That's a -1 you said?
Yeah, just
So
-1.
that's a 14.
Okay. Your insight shows that you do believe that this Leonin lion folk is pure nature and most likely did not do any of this.
Mm. Well, I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay, what kind of spell?
Let me go to the notebook because I have way too many spells. I'm
All right.
going to actually use a spell slot.
Okay,
Oh, boy.
there might be a first character death. We'll
hold
see,
up.
Mr. Six. This is
Because
going to be sad.
I don't mean to start a fight. I just mean to stop them from hitting me again, so we can talk a bit more. So I'm going to cast Sanctuary on the Leonin over here. So
Is this hold on. This is a visual spell that you're casting right in front of them, right?
yeah, like to cast this spell, Yondu extends his hand, traces a little circle with 2 fingers. Like you can see traces of light, 2 little lines making a circle. And
The
then he
guard on
puts
the
his hand
left,
on the little floating
while
circle.
you're doing this, right before you pull this off, he puts his hand on your shoulder and say, "What are you doing?"
I ignore him and cast the spell.
Can I ask one question in between?
Okay.
There's only these 3 guards and maybe
Yeah,
some.
there are many
onlookers.
there are many people
There's a
watching.
crowd.
It's just they're mostly
Okay.
innocent. Yeah, mostly innocents.
Okay, but these are only
These are your
these
only
are the
enemies
only guards.
that you know of.
Okay,
Mhm.
understandable.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna cast a spell
So-
anyways.
Yes.
All right.
And I assume we either roll initiative or the spell goes through.
Well, here's the thing. Your spell is gonna go through, but he's also gonna to do something to you at the same time.
To me?
Yes, because you
Oh, fun.
continued.
Well, Sanctuary, what it does is it wards a creature within range against attack until the spell ends and this lasts for a whole minute.
So 10
The-
rounds.
Whenever anyone targets my target, they must first make a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, they must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. Basically, they cannot target Chloe right now.
They cannot target Chloe unless they actually do the wisdom saving, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And what's the DC? It's usually 10 plus level plus proficiency, right?
DC. I don't think I have that noted.
So it should be 11
DC
plus
should be.
proficiency, which would, unless it's also wisdom as well, then whatever your wisdom. Oh, dude, that's gonna be a high DC.
Yeah, they are not going to touch him.
It's gonna be
At
probably.
least for a minute.
What's your wisdom modifier? Just to
So-
confirm, it's like 3 or 4.
Wisdom modifier +4.
Okay, so 4 plus 1 plus 2, 7. It's 17 is their DC. Wow. Okay. So basically, if they fail the wisdom check, they lose their attack, or they have to attack someone nearby. Is that the idea?
They lose their attack, or they have to attack someone else.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fair. As you pull off the spell, the guard slams you to the ground and deals 1d4 damage and says, "What are you
As-
doing? Why are you casting this?"
Hold on. As the guard starts speaking, I would like to
God
take
damn
an
it!
action as well, if that's possible.
It's a D4. You have 9 HP.
That is unfortunately 4 damage to you. But what were you saying, Chloe?
Yikes.
I would like to take an action as the guard slams Yondu into
Yeah, that's
the
fine.
ground. They're all within 10 yards of me, right? 10
They're
feet.
very close to you, yes. That's within 10, yes.
So I would like to use my daunting roar.
Oh.
This means that any creature I want within 10 feet must make a wisdom saving throw with a DC of 8 plus proficiency plus constitution. If they fail, they are frightened.
Okay, so this is gonna be. Whoa. What kind of throw? Oh, is this a wisdom saving throw based on your
Yes,
DC?
it's a wisdom saving
Can
throw
you give
for
me the,
all
DC?
all the guards.
Total.
DC
8
would be
plus-
8 plus 2 plus 3, so 15.
8 plus 2
No, 13,
plus
13.
13. Okay.
13.
Okay, wisdom saving throw from the guards. Okay.
Okay.
All
Which
3
guard?
of them, correct?
All 3 of them, yeah.
Okay, we'll do one in a row from left to right on my side. While he fucks up, the guy on my left from your facing position. The guy in the middle is succeeding, the better guard, basically, the higher guard. And the other
Makes
guard
sense.
does not succeed. So the left and right of you, Chloe, which would be the left, basically, the
Yeah.
middle one is the only one that does not get frightened.
Yeah, so the one that pushed Sayward and the other outer guard, they're
In fear.
frightened.
They're not fighting. How long is it for this intimidating roar?
Let me check. Until the end of your next turn, so I don't know.
So they basically lose their initiative roll, basically, this turn. Okay, that's fine.
I don't know how this works out of combat.
No. We're going in combat right now, so they lose a full.
Okay.
They lose a full turn. In fact, they're going to run away, so they'll be further away from you guys. That's the idea. All right,
mean,
I'm gonna
I'd be
go into grit
terrified
snappy
if
mode
he
here.
just
You
roared
guys
at me
gotta
out of
roll.
nowhere.
What's going on, Sayward? Sorry.
I'd be terrified if he roared at me out of nowhere.
From behind too, no less. That's even creepier.
Yeah.
But all right. So you guys.
hold on, I didn't do
Hmm?
the roar.
Oh no.
There we go.
The most frightening war of all time.
I am.
was
It's
a
not
meow.
threatening. It is daunting. Okay.
Daunting, that's
It's
true.
a
That's fair.
daunting
It's fair. It's fair. It's fair. they were so confused that they just decided to take a turn to just back off in fear.
Right.
roar. Holy
Alright.
shit! That guy's crazy.
All right, you guys gotta roll your initiative roll, which I believe is just D20 plus your initiative, whatever's on your sheet. You should be top middle. You'll see it.
Initiative is +2.
Okay, we're gonna have Chloe here.
Plus
Oh, I already have the other one. So now we just have guard.
I have a 7.
Can I copy and paste this one?
15 for me.
Is there a way to copy this? Clone it.
There should be.
You
control
can
C,
wow.
control
click on
V.
it and
Surprise.
copy paste.
Okay, for it wasn't let me do that. It's weird. We'll call this. We'll call them guard.
A, B, and C.
Well, yeah, guard A will be the one that's stronger. Guard B will be and C would be the two. The two.
I just named them on the Guard A would be the center one, right?
Yes, he's the guy who's stronger. I'm gonna
Okay.
quickly roll something real quick. Give me a moment here. Where is it?
Oh no, he's trying to target us.
Oh, you guys are fine. I just wanted to check something real quick. I'll use a D6 for
Dun dun
this.
dun.
Okay. Lose 3 times just to get some information. Okay, that's all I needed. Give me one moment. I gotta get a notepad out.
You can use the notebook function within tabletop at the top of the
I
menu.
could,
Like
but this is fine too.
the black one, we cannot see as players.
Oh, that's
fact,
true.
you can
I'll do that
also-
next time. Like I had to get everything
You
ready
can also
last
click the
moment.
blue
So.
one. That's where I'm dropping my
I'm just getting their
spells.
max
So-
HP. That's all. That's all I care about.
Oh.
All right. So
I just
initiative
realized
rolls.
something.
What's up?
The tank cannot be targeted easily, so we have to run.
Well, I have 10 turns to get free because, or maybe like
Alright.
9.
So wait, you guys rolled initiative. It was 5, 13, and 4, correct?
But my 5 is a +2, so I have
So
7.
7. Just write in
Yeah,
chat
okay.
with your actual initiative so I can just get the start.
My one was 15.
Yours
Just
is
write in
15?
chat the modified number.
13 plus 2, so
So
15
guard
for each.
B is guard B and the other ones don't count. What? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I see. I'm just gonna move them all over down over here so I can redo all the stuff. Okay, so guard B is number 1. He got a 16 total.
But guard B and guard C are the ones that are
Yes,
right
yes.
before
I know.
turning
They
one,
their
right?
turns don't matter.
Okay.
It's just that
So
they
the
have
big
their
boy
dex
is the only one
modifiers.
that didn't
Which
get
one? So
scared.
hold on. Let me move you guys around. Mondu, you'd be second, I believe, based on your rolls. And guard A, which was first roll, which would be 15. Actually, yeah. Guard B, guard C don't matter. So we're gonna do it like this. And you did get a 15, correct, Mondu?
Yeah, that's the
Roll
total.
D20 and see who wins.
I'm going to lose because, you know,
No extra
Alright,
we're
Modifiers.
not
modifiers.
rolling.
No extra modifiers, just a okay. Wow, you did. Okay, so guard A's going first. Oh no, I hope you don't die,
Combat
Mondu.
is gonna suck.
Chloe and Sayward, roll D20. Just to see who goes first between you two. No extra modifiers, just a standard D20.
14.
Okay. Sayward, you're last. So C and B,
Yay.
they're starting their turn out. Decided they're gonna take their time to run. Oh, they're about on the side of the bridges right now. That's where they're at for their turn. They don't do anything other than that. Gare, however, I'm gonna be nice here. I'm gonna just see which person they go after. I'll do a D4 for this. Okay, 3 on the list will be the last one on the list, so they're gonna go after Sayward. Don't know
Oh,
why.
yay.
They decided to go. They're gonna go hit Sayward. They're also technically quote unquote closer, not really, but I think Mandu's supposed to be like right here ish.
Well,
Slammed
but
to
he
the
got
ground.
pushed back.
Not
The
push back,
spell
just
has
slam
range.
straight to the ground. It doesn't really matter.
Ah, okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
Anyways, he's gonna attack you. He's gonna roll
Mhm.
for to attack. And this is gonna be besting your AC. See if he hits you. He's got an 11. He does not best your AC. So let's just say you dodge out of
Good.
the way for this turn.
What is the AC? 14.
Armor class, yeah. It's Dex
Yeah,
for
yeah,
him
but-
and armor. Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
say
yeah.
what's
So he misses with his AC. And that is, I mean, that's his turn. He moved a little bit and attacked until he's done.
Who's
I
next?
believe it is Mandu's turn.
Mandu, right?
Mandu, this is your turn,
Right.
yes.
Well, Yandu prepares for combat. He falls over on his back as a small little magic pillow pops behind him. So he can actually move because, you know, he's technically sleeping. And speed is 30, right?
Yep, 30. We'll
He's
just
going
say
to move like
we'll say each one is about, yeah. It doesn't really matter
It's
too much.
5, right?
here.
Yeah, each snap is 5. We'll just go by that.
So I was here. 1, 2, 3.
So it'll only be 4. You get 2 more. If that's where you want to be, you can just be there. It's fine.
I want to be as far as possible because I'm a squishy
Okay.
boy. And I'm going
morning,
to
Pasha.
use my cantrip, Ray of Frost.
All right.
Hold up, let me go to the notes because I need to
A
learn my
ray
spells.
of frost.
Yes, because I'm an arcane cleric. I have stuff from the wizard spell list. Where is my thing? Because the Ray of Frost has a special thingy. So I roll for... On a hit, it takes 1d8 of cold damage, and speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Oh, so it'd be like 30 minus 10, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Yondu raises his hand, does a little circle with a single finger, points at the guard, and shoots the beam out. And I think I need to roll for attack, right?
Yeah, roll for your 1d8. It's
No, no, I
magic,
need
so
to
you
roll
don't need to
for
roll
hit
the
or
hit.
not?
It's magic, you don't need to roll the
Okay.
hit.
Oh, okay.
Well, the spell says on a hit, so I assume I
I-
had to. Okay.
Okay, we're rolling for armor class
So-
then. I guess you have to actually physically hit him.
Well, I rolled on close. Okay, that's 12 plus.
How much?
Wisdom modifier, that's +4. So that
16?
would be a 16.
Yeah, you're fine. He's not in heavy armor. He's in medium.
Well, now I roll damage, and that's 1d8 we said, right? Where's the d8? Here.
Would
Oh, you're
be-
hitting him? Nice.
Dang it. Well,
3
that's 3
damage?
damage, and the guy is freezing.
Okay.
And
Alrighty.
that's my turn.
Does freezing mean he has like limited movement?
Yes, he moves like
Minus 10 feet, so he
33%
moves like
slower
4
right now.
ticks. So like he could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't even hit him.
Okay.
That's the idea.
Question. Since
Yes.
it's my turn.
You can use your
Uh,
strength to break 3.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, but
Strength check?
the guards didn't randomly leave me with my axe, did they?
Nope. You're fist mode only.
All right. Okay. Good thing I have claws if I should break free. All right. I will try to break free of being bound.
Roll a strength check.
Come on.
It's not too high. Oh, yeah.
14
Yeah,
plus
yeah, I
3,
know
so
you
that's
have an
17.
extra. You break free, no
Nice.
problem. Just like rip him across.
Easy.
Go. "Yeah!" You just break free. That is your bonus action. So you can go ahead and move and attack.
Oh, that was the bonus action?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
Okay, then I move up to the guard and I use my claw attack. Your claws are natural weapons, which you can use to make an unarmed strike. If you hit them, you can deal slashing damage equal to 1d4 plus strength modifier instead of bludgeoning normal for unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will roll a d20 to see if I hit, right?
Yep. I hope you roll decent. Oh.
Well,
God damn it.
Oh boy.
What's
that's a
going
no.
on?
The guard just effectively blocks your attack with his shield. And
Is
by the
the
way,
guard
that's the
still
only guard
frozen
that
from
actually has a
Mondu's
shield. The
spell?
other guards don't have anything like that. It's just the big
Okay.
guy. Yeah. He's got a
Gotcha.
bigger armor class than the other two.
Okay,
So, yeah, he
and
blocks your attack.
then I will just chill here.
And even though you went for a back attack and it was a minus AC from him because that's just how it works with back attacking, you still didn't hit him because it was a low roll. I thought maybe you could get lucky, but no. This is Sayward's turn.
It is. Is this guard still
Sayward-
frozen from Mondu's spell, or is he,
He's
like,
still like slowed.
better
Yeah.
now? Still
He's
slowed,
low,
okay.
yeah.
I think I will just
You
Okay,
can
sure,
attack
where
him
is
then.
mine? I'm looking
He's
at
right next to you. You can attack him and then move if you want to.
yeah, I think I'd like to stab him with my rapier,
All right. Roll to hit.
which is a D8, which is this one, I assume.
No. We're not dealing straight damage, my dude. We are
Oh, wait,
rolling
oh,
a
yeah, sorry, I have
d20
to-
plus your proficiency. Yes.
That's the hit first, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my
You
bad,
got it. That's
my bad.
accuracy right now.
Yeah.
What's
Three.
going on?
Also-
What?
no.
Let's say
So I
what's
imagine-
going on? You attempt to
What's
stab him
going
with
on?
your rapier, but he easily dodges out of the way and just it thinks like, man, what this dumb shit? Slightly drunk. No
just-
wonder why you couldn't hit me.
I'll just the drunken bunch.
You're gonna take your 30 feet and move.
after that, I would like to. How far? So how far can I move?
What's your
Is that-
movement on your top
Yeah.
right?
So
Yeah, that's
Say
what I'm looking
30?
for.
if it's 30, that would be like 6 squares.
6 spaces, yes.
Okay. It's just like
Couldn't Sayward still use
Run
like
off.
a cantrip?
He could. Instead of moving, if he
Because
wants
it's a
to.
bonus action, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Can't wait. Cantrips are bonus actions?
Yes, they are.
Oh, yeah, they are. That's true. They are bonus. That's true. You can use it before you move. That's true.
Hmm.
I think Vicious Mockery also does a
Where are
little
all the
bit of
people?
damage.
Pasha, that's because whenever I stream anything other
Not
than Mario
necessarily, each
Maker, I
cantrip
don't get
has
that
its
many
own
viewers,
casting
so
time.
you can't
Oh,
really
okay.
expect them here.
Apparently
Also,
it
hey, Super
depends
Boss, hey,
on
Seth Boone,
the
not to
cantrip.
try to ignore you. I'm trying to get the story
Oh,
going on
okay.
for this campaign, just so
Yeah,
you know.
like you need to check if it says one action. The casting time should say.
Hmm.
Vicious
I
Mockery is
do-
an action. Okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Sanctuary is actually
Yeah,
a
never
bonus
mind
action.
then.
Interesting.
Very
Yeah,
interesting
I think
that
I'll
it's
just move.
bonus
I'm
action.
just gonna be like, crap, I missed. Let's get the heck out of here. So
The oh shit button.
1, 2, 3.
Man, if I had another
4,
spell slot, I would
5,
cast.
6. I'll be over here.
You can
On
also go
Sayward and start
diagonally,
running away.
so don't forget if you want to
Oh, okay.
keep that in
That's fine,
mind.
we'll do that.
Yeah. Here, let me help you with that. So, like, let's say you're
Yeah,
right
go for it.
here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ish.
Yeah, sure, that's better. Do that.
I don't think he can actually get to you, honestly. He wanted to go for
He's
you.
still frozen until the end of until the start of my next turn.
Actually, he's probably going to turn around and hit Chloe, honestly.
Yeah,
And
probably.
he has Sanctuary.
I know.
Yes.
And this is all AI NPC non-shit, so it's probably not going to work. It just depends. I'm going to roll D20 and see who he goes afterward. Yeah. I'll randomize, see what happens. Alrighty, I think that is the end of all our turns. Roll for initiative, guys. And write it in
Okay.
chat so I know.
Wait, do we roll initiative again?
Yes.
I thought
Yes,
it
every
stays
single
the
turn.
same.
I thought it stayed the same. Yeah,
it's every
that's what I
single
thought it
turn.
was.
Every single
Oh,
turn.
okay. And again, that's D20 again, yeah?
Yep. Just tell me what you got.
Ha!
Cool.
Are you sure we roll again?
That's how I've been doing it for ages, unless they changed it. And even if they don't change it, that's fine, because it keeps a little bit of excitement whoever goes first.
Well, I got a 20 in
I
total.
always thought it was the
Yeah, I'm
same,
also
but-
pretty sure it's the same during the whole combat. I think it just makes it a little bit longer. We can go for it with it for now.
Yeah, we can check that.
Yeah, this
for
is
the
how
next session.
I always have done it. Honestly, it makes it
Maybe
more
that
interesting.
wasn't maybe that wasn't 3E, but I'm pretty sure in 5E it's like you roll once. I mean, I don't mind at all. It's just I think it would make it all a bit longer.
We'll try it for this one, and then we'll check after and see what's going on.
Sure. I mean,
It might have
Chad is
changed,
yelling
yeah.
at me, saying you only roll once.
All right, well, we'll keep it
But-
that way. I mean, doesn't bother me.
I mean,
any.
I would prefer it honestly.
Yeah, we can do
Since
it that way.
4E it's once. Luna
Man,
says
it's
they
going to save
changed it to
time
4E.
and make it more.
So it
consistent
used to be
all
this way
people
then.
work
I
with.
was correct.
Yeah, apparently it used to be this way, but in 4E they apparently changed it.
Because it was
I think it makes sense
easier.
to have it just once.
All
at the
right,
start
all right,
anyway,
all
'cause
right,
it-
all right. Well, I guess I'll have these guards come over here then. See, that's 1, yeah,
So they're
1,
moving up, down?
2,
Yeah, okay.
3, 4, 5, 6. Can't do anything. But if he goes towards Chloe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, he can go to Chloe. Here we go.
Oh.
I think it was
I'm
guard
beefy
B
boy.
actually, and that was guard. No, that's guard C. Okay, that's fine. I think guards is it A, B, C. Okay, yeah. Guard C. There we go. You guys got him. Okay, good. All right, so he's gonna roll to attack you, Chloe.
It needs to do us with some.
I know.
saving throw.
I know.
Sanctuary.
So
And
wisdom,
needs
we'll
to
do wisdom
roll-
first and see what happens.
It's 17.
Well, he does nothing. All right, next turn, guard
Oh.
B.
17, and then they have to
2,
hit armor class
3,
15.
4,
Yes.
That's
5.
They're not gonna
great.
You're
damage me.
untouchable right now.
6. Move this guy over a little bit. That's questionable range. I'm gonna say he doesn't attack. It's questionable range. And now it is guard A's turn. I'm gonna roll to see who he actually is gonna hit. If he rolls on the higher end, I'll say Chloe. If he rolls on the lower end, you can go from one of you guys. Okay, he's gonna attempt to attack Chloe. Here we go.
Let's go.
Wisdom time.
Wow. And
Oh,
it's
wow.
plus, it's
Oh,
plus
he
one for
actually-
him too.
You got
He's
it.
going, but he still
Okay.
has to go for armor class.
I have
Ah, yeah,
15
yeah.
armor class.
All right, here
unarmored.
we go. Is he roll high again?
God damn it!
Oh!
And that's an 18 for him too. Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah, he's gonna stab
How?
you with a regular short sword. We're gonna make it a D6.
How much HP does Claw have? Hold up, let me double
15.
check.
I have 15.
Okay, that's
And his strength is +2, so that's 5. 5 damage.
that
All
means
right.
Stabs you
33%.
right.
Oh, God.
Stabs you right in the gut, Chloe. Straight in the gut. And that's it for the guard's turns. It is now Mandu's turn.
Huh.
You guys have good DC in AC. I think you'll be all right. I can't believe you rolled 3 high in a row.
Hold on. I'm learning about opportunity attacks. Do you know opportunity attacks? Rob?
If
yes.
the guys move away from you, you can.
Yes, when
attack
they
them.
move away
So-
from you, you were able to get a free hit off of them.
So theoretically, when Sayward moved away from your guard, you could have hit him.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we'll ignore it this time.
Yeah,
That's true, I
yeah.
completely
Just
forgot about
just making sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, I completely forgot about opportunity. Honestly, it's been so long.
Yeah, Chad is teaching
We'll just
me.
say
Um,
we'll just say he chuckled to himself, saying that how bad of a rapier's attempt was. And he
Yeah.
didn't even care to opportunity slash you. He just let you go. he cracked up at the sight of it, so he didn't even attack you. But anyways, this
Well,
guy's turned around at this point, looking at Chloe. Make them a little smaller real quick.
Yandu over here is going to move.
We'll do it like
1, 2,
that.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Should make them all the same, but whatever.
I'm just going to go over here.
That works.
And he's going to cast a firebolt on this guy.
On the guard C. Wait,
Yeah, that's correct.
fireball?
Firebolt.
Oh my god! If you would have did a fireball, you would have hit Chloe.
No. I don't have access to firebolt yet.
I was like, wait a minute, not the fireball wizard. Oh no.
One day, by the end of this playthrough, I will have fireball, but not now.
Unless you die first.
Okay,
Jesus.
so I should roll for AC, right?
It's weird that magic has an AC because I know in 3 it didn't. Does it say to roll to hit?
It
Isn't
does say like spell casting projectile range attack. It does. You have to roll for. I remember
So
that,
bizarre.
and the spell does says on a hit you do this.
Well, if it says on hit, then we have to roll for hit. Yeah.
Wasn't
I
it
know
like
there
a
are some
wisdom-
spells that
wasn't
have
it a
no
saving
accuracy, though.
throw? I thought it was saving throws, but I could be wrong.
Was it
maybe.
wisdom saving throws for
that's-
spells? Hold on, let me
Depending on the
let me
spell.
Google this because I know in 3 that they were infinite accuracy. Hold on, 5e spell to hit. I want to actually know.
Well, that would be a 14 for my roll.
14. Okay, yeah. Oh, this is actually perfect. This is a firebolt. Hold on.
What?
It says. Okay, yeah. Magic is now AC applicable. Makes you roll a 1d20 plus int plus proficiency bonus. So 1d20 plus your int modifier plus your proficiency.
Yeah, but my
Yes.
my cantrips from the cleric, because it's the main, it runs through wisdom.
Oh, so you changed the modifier to wisdom. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
What was your roll? Sorry.
So I
10 plus 4
rolled,
plus 2? 16?
yeah.
And you're hitting which guard? The one on the left?
Guard number C.
Number C, I love it. Yeah, no,
Yes.
his AC is slightly lower than the other one, so yes, you hit him.
Now I roll for damage, and damage is, let me double check, it's 1d10.
Yep. Plus your
So how,
wisdom or
how do
int?
we end on the hit dice? Sorry.
What do you mean by hit? What do you mean
Like
by
how does the wizard detect
damn it.
whether he hits or not?
They have to
Just
roll
AC?
AC.
Basically the
yes.
same.
Okay.
Yeah, they changed it apparently. I thought when 3E it was roll to not roll to hit, it was just instant damage, but they can make a wisdom saving throw, I think it was, to avoid the
Some
attack?
spells do say that you target them. Doesn't say you have to roll for hit, but they need to do the
Okay.
wisdom saving
It's very
throw.
specific spells. Okay.
Yeah, like the wizard spells
Okay.
I have do require accuracy, and
Why
the
do I
cleric
see
spells
Sayward
that do
is drunk
damage
on the right
depends on
side?
wisdom.
All right. Okay, I understand.
Why do I see Sayward just drunk on the right side? My screen.
Probably because it's true.
Oh, I took that note. I didn't know that you guys all saw it.
Well, you could have kept it on there because technically he is drunk. So I should add a minus to his rolls, but I'm gonna be nice for the first encounter because you guys might party wipe here.
Funny enough, it was for all of
Yeah,
you.
we're not doing very well, are we?
The
we're
nat
fine.
ones today have been insane.
Yep.
The fact that
Either
I'm
way.
still alive is beyond
even-
me.
Yeah. What's your guys' HP count right now?
I'm at 10.
I'm at 5.
I
Okay.
am at 10.
10.
Okay. Yeah, these guys
Okay,
have
so-
a little bit more HP than you because they're
Okay, so yeah,
they're
Guard C
level
took
ones,
4
but they
damage.
have extra stuff. So, anyways, so how much damage did you do, Mandu?
4.
4 plus anything?
Only 4.
Okay, only 4 damage.
In the
to
future, I would get
guard
more extra
C.
damage.
Okay,
Not
okay,
now.
okay. So guard C took 4 damage. All right. He's looking a
We
little
as
hurt,
players-
but nothing too bad on the guard so far. To the left. But here's a recommendation from the GM/DM. I recommend trying to focus all your attacks onto one if possible,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
at the very beginning. So, anyways, Mandu's turn is done. I believe it is now Clover's turn.
For the
All
for
right.
notes, I targeted this one because there is a building over here.
Yeah, I'm glad that you took that into account.
Yeah, yeah.
I will.
And also close in the middle of that attack too, so there's a chance you could have hit him.
Okay, so I will cast Rage,
Oh,
which is, as far as I'm aware, bonus action, which means I now have advantage on all strength checks when I make a melee. Oh, when I make a melee weapon attack. Oh,
doesn't your claw count as a weapon?
no, it's
Technically-
an unarmed.
Well,
Well, it says it's a
can.
natural weapon, but I would say no.
Your claws are
It calls
technically
as a
natural
weapon.
weapons, but if it's not allowed in the rules, then I'm not gonna. Yeah.
I don't know how that would interact. I would say no. I would
Okay,
say
well, let's
it's
let's
just
go with
my
no
fist.
then, and then you can do something else.
Yeah, resistance to your rage lasts 1 minute and steady. Well, I take half physical damage anyways, so it's.
Oh,
it's
then you
good
better
enough.
use it. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I rage. I don't get any bonus for any rage bonus from attacks, but I do get half damage from physical attacks. So I will use my claws to strike at
Damn.
guard C.
Guard C, got
and
it.
That,
Okay. Roll to attack.
so roll to hit.
D20 plus 2. Oh wow!
That
You
means a
got him.
15?
You got him to roll for damage.
Okay, so wait, hold on. What do I roll? A 1d4 plus strength. So 1d4 plus 3.
Come on, high roll, high roll, high roll. Damn.
So
So 4
What
damage.
the hell?
so we deal 4 damage.
The guard C is looking extremely hurt and a bit wounded.
Oh damn. Okay. I will.
If you
Stay-
move, watch out for advantage.
Yeah, I will stay put.
Or opportunity. Sorry.
Yeah,
Disadvantage. not opportunity.
I'm good. I'll stay put. I'm standing where I am.
Okay, Sayward, this is your turn. Go ahead.
What can we do?
Dagger throw.
See, I would be tempted to go for guard C, but he's kind of far away.
And he's also in line of
We
sight
should
with
all
Glow.
focus on him. Yeah.
Do you need line of sight for vicious mockery since it's basically you spitting words at him?
No.
Let's see. Some chance at a creature. you
It's
can
just,
see
well,
within
in this
range.
situation, it would help. But because Glow's blocking his body, if that's the idea, if we're going for guard C, I'd probably do like a -1 to the roll because he might not think it's for him.
Yeah, we can give it a go. I'll try to use vicious mockery on guards.
All right, what's
Seal.
what's the
What?
vicious mockery do exactly?
Let me get the thing.
Man, I think since this guy is down, you could target another one. So
There it is.
I don't know what it does.
String of
If it's
insults,
anything
slash
like
disable enchant.
incapacitation.
Target can hear you. I don't understand you. Okay, no minus to the roll then,
Okay.
because you are aware he's there already.
Yeah.
I would say that's within range, a C in range, because you
Okay.
know he's there.
Okay.
You could barely
Yep.
see him past glow. Let's put it that way, because he's like
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of body blocking a bit, but yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so you make a he must have seen us say it wasn't saying roll. Take 1 point d4 second damage, and we'll have disadvantage on the next attack roll. Okay, the spell's damage increase. Okay, that's nothing important. All right, so he's got to make a wisdom saving roll. What is the DC? Is it 8 plus something on this one? Do we know?
It doesn't say, does
Doesn't
it?
say.
We'll just make it 8 because that's generally for most spells 8 and 10. So let's just do 8
Alright.
plus your wisdom plus your
But
proficiency.
wait,
I believe is the
this is what we see for the
what we have
thing.
information.
I'm
Yes or no?
I'm trying to figure out what the wisdom saving throw should be, because it should say something.
Yeah, the spell should say something here. Vicious mockery. Here we go. I got something right here.
I think that's in the class part. I'm just double
Hold on,
checking.
hold on.
DC
Let me
feet.
read. Saving throws. The spell specifics specifies the ability the target uses for the save, and what happens on a success or failure. The DC to resist is one of your spells equal 8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier plus your proficiency bonus plus
I
any
was right.
special modifiers.
Yeah, so it's 8 plus wisdom plus proficiency. So for this one, it would be wisdom plus 1 plus 3. He's got to make it 11 or higher. Is the idea? Okay. Guard C is
Alright.
the one you're targeting,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
All right,
Guard
here
C.
we go. We'll make it a normal roll. Hopefully he doesn't. Oh, I saw that 15. I thought he was gonna save it.
Oh,
All right.
how do you mock him though?
So that's gonna
What
hit.
words?
I'm curious, Saber. What are you saying to this man?
Yeah, you need to insult this guy.
You're Jim Smith. Just think of something really generic and boring.
I say your mother was a hamster, good sir.
Oh, there, burn.
And your father was a dingleberry. Yes.
Or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
Apparently, it should be 8 plus charisma because he's bard.
Oh,
Huh?
really? It would. Well, it doesn't matter in this instance. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
We'll take his
but it would be
charisma
8
next
plus
time.
4 plus 2, so it's 14.
So it's
Oh, damn.
It's a
Dip.
D4 for damage on that, right?
Yep.
You
Alright,
hurt the poor man's feelings.
Show me the other one. Another one.
You killed
Oh,
him.
That's a
4.
But in this case, he's knocked out.
He was
Actually,
so
you
affected
can
by my words that he
you
died.
can do that.
That works too. It looks like he's holding something. That's amazing.
I
You,
like
you
that.
can right click and die.
Oh, he stayed dead? Good. All right, cool. I'm glad he stays dead. All right, he's actually knocked out. He's not dead because he has. I believe he has to
Oh,
get to
yeah.
a certain amount of saving throws or he dies or something like that. I don't know. I'm sure he'll be fine. Don't worry about him. All right, so Garcia is down, and that is Sayward's turn. You're done, right? Did you want to move or?
Bonus
I
actions.
think I'll stay where I am.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go back into the initiative right here, round 3. And rage lasts for like 10 rounds, right? 60 seconds.
Rage lasts until for 10 rounds or until I don't deal or take physical damage.
Oh,
So
okay.
if I at the start of my turn, if during the last turn I didn't take or deal physical damage, rage ends. Or 10 turns.
So wait. So you have to take damage or deal damage, right?
Yes, I dealt damage. I hit with claw, so I'm good for the next turn.
Okay. So rage until round 12 or unless Claw doesn't deal damage or take damage. Got it. That's our notes. Okay.
And Sanctuary should still be
Nice.
active, right?
I believe that. How long is it?
Let me double check. It's 1 minute.
Okay. We'll, write down here on the next one. We'll just say Sanctuary lasts until round 10 for Klo. Okay, got it. All right, so first one's gonna be this guard on the right, which is guard B, or guard left for you guys. We're gonna have him roll to see who he's gonna go after. We're gonna a little bit of RNG involved here. If it rolls high, he's gonna go towards Klo. Gonna go towards Klo.
That's pretty high.
Okay,
Okay,
So let's
so we
say-
have to hit. Yeah.
within your range. There we go. I'll make them a little smaller so they don't get
There's
involved.
a party going on over there.
Yeah.
Everybody's hanging out with
There we
Chloe.
Yeah, they're really okay. Wisdom saving. What was the DC again? I wanted to make sure.
Hold up. It should. I'm double checking. It should be spell save DC is 8 plus proficiency bonus. That's 4. So that's
Plus
12.
wisdom modifier.
Actually, yeah, it should be 14.
I have it. I actually
14.
put it on screen for
Okay.
the DCs.
So they have +1 on their wisdom. Let's see what we get. They have to hit at least.
Stop
Oh.
rolling like a god.
Oh, you're fine. He ends up completely getting disorientated from the attack and doesn't understand what's going on. And since there's nobody else to attack other than his own quote unquote friendly guard, he ends his turn.
Yeah, Chloe is glowing like a fashionable man.
Guard,
and they don't want to-
yeah. He's a shiny object, so high rolls is for the best. All right, so guard A is going to make a wisdom saving throw. Well, actually, no. We'll see. No, he's going to attack Chloe for sure. He's within, disadvantage and opportunity, so he's definitely going to go after Chloe at this point. Wisdom is enough. He gets through the wisdom. Does he attack? Does he hit Chloe though?
At 15.
That is a negatory. He does not hit at 11. All right, and that is the end of their turns. Chloe, it is not your turn. No, sorry, Mondu,
right?
Mondu, and then it's Chloe. Sorry.
Well, let me double check. I am in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we say that from here I can hit this guy?
Let me check
I
something real
mean,
quick.
You can
Say from
somehow
here?
look. I drew a line.
I would say it's 30 feet. Is that line sight is good too?
No, I
Barely.
mean line of sight. Firebolt has 120 feet.
Oh, then you're good. You're good. You have line of sight.
Yeah, I care about line of sight. Okay, then I'm going to use Firebolt on this guy.
Every time you say fireball, I think you're saying fireball, and it scares me.
No, it's Firebolt. I'm level 1, I cannot have that.
Level 1 wizard with fireball. Can you imagine? Well,
God damn it.
I mean,
That's a 2 plus...
this makes
yeah,
sense
I
because
don't think-
you have to kind of like make an angled shot to the side to hit him in time. It makes sense. You barely you hit the structure instead is what happens, and it's got a little bit of a scar mark.
Why are we rolling like children?
I don't know. Well, we made your
Not
turns.
ideal.
Is there any bonus things you'd like to do, or any regular actions, like anything you have left?
I have nothing else I can do. If my only bonus action is using the spell slot, and I'm not doing that.
Wait, you're saying the bush burns?
Which bush? This one or this one?
No, the side of the. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, my
Oh,
eyes.
wow.
The bush
That is really
burns.
bright.
Holy shit.
That hurts my eyes a little bit. So no, he hits. So what happens with that too is it slightly goes to the left a little bit and hits the side of that structure, scars it a little bit, gives it a little bit of a burn mark. Does it put anything on fire? You know what? Fuck it. Let's see. It's a grassy area over there. If it rolls a 15 or higher, I'll say it actually lands a little bit into the grass. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, your firebolt not only hits the structure but starts to fire. It needs to be a little bit smaller, that's for sure.
I'm looking for a small fire.
Can you just scale it down?
I'm trying to. It won't let me.
No, the effect doesn't scale. There's a bag of fire here.
You got a bag of fire.
Oh, the little cube. Oh, there we go.
Ah.
So
Hold on, let
That's
me make
smaller.
a cube. Invisible. There you go.
Right there. Starts the fire. Good job, Mandu.
Hey, fire maniac cleric.
time
The
to get
fire
out of
will
here,
have a
boys.
chance to spread, so unless somebody puts it out here. Alrighty, now it is Chloe's turn.
I think it's a little romantic with the dead guard and the fire. I don't know.
Damn,
But
pretty
that's
messed
just
up from
me.
a good guy from you.
Okay, so I can. So my rage is still going. I'll use my claw attack to swing at guard B.
Guard B, okay. Roll to hit.
A 9. Do I get any
Yeah,
modifiers?
+2 proficiency.
So I have 11.
Yeah, does not hit him. Barely misses him by a little bit.
Ah.
Turns around and he notices what you're doing. And takes a small step back and you miss him.
Well, in that case, I will just chill.
All right. Mandu and Chloe's done. So now it's Sayward's turn.
I
Oh,
believe so.
Sayward, good
Alright,
stuff.
so there's like a fire starting to go on. I'm not really a fan of the current proceedings, so I think I'm just gonna stay where I am and chuck my dagger at guard B.
All right, roll to hit.
Uh-oh.
Now, what do I roll for that? Is that still D20?
Just a roll to hit, D20.
Are you still drunk? Yes, you are.
It was about to land on 19, dude, and then it shifted over.
And shifted
to 4.
over.
Ah!
Well, that is
Where
that,
does
I
my-
guess.
where
Would
does
you
my
like to
dagger
move,
land,
Sayward?
Roy?
What's that?
Where does my dagger land?
You know what? Let's roll a D20 and I'll tell you. Just some
Okay.
giggles.
This will be fun.
Your dagger lands very close to this bush over here next to this, the guard. It just lands in one of the
Okay.
bushes over here. And you see it. You know exactly where that dagger is at.
Yeah, okay.
But it's you have to like take an action to go grab it because it's in the bush.
Yeah, sure.
But you'll have to wait. Probably wait till after the battle's over if you survive.
Yeah, that was my thinking.
If you survive.
I think you'll be all right. I mean, if you get guard B here, guard A should be a piece of cake as long as he doesn't kill one of you guys. I mean, Manu's making a good judgment call and staying away because he took 4 damage to slam. Slam to the ground, dude. That guard want nothing to do with your
sniper
spells.
either way, so.
Well, here's the thing, Mandu. Like, if you didn't put Sanctuary on Chloe, I feel like he could have been dead by now.
Yeah, it's. I mean, at
very
least
possible.
in. Yeah.
You took 4 damage for the team, and I tell you what, I think you just made Chloe survive. That 3 like giant rolls on a D20, that could have hurt from the other guards if I rolled it for them.
Yeah, Sanctuary is
Yeah.
a great spell, especially with my build that I stay away. I either cast it on me or on someone else and run away.
By the way, doing team stuff like that, that essentially could turn the tides, will get bonus experience at the end for you, Mandu.
Hey!
So doing good things and doing especially evil things will give you more XP. Would also net you more.
Especially evil? Oh no.
Yeah,
Not good.
will also net you karma orbs as well, marbles. Depending on
So I
how.
can still move, right?
Yes, you can still do your move action. Would you like to
I
move
can
closer, away?
Can we start to move up a little bit?
Okay.
Maybe to like here.
Oh.
All right. Sounds good. I think that is another turn,
Yep,
another
that's
round.
Another turn.
Did you deal damage at all or take damage, Chloe?
I think no.
No, I didn't do
No.
anything.
So then you
at the
lose your
start
rage,
of my,
correct?
At the start of my turn, I lose rage.
Okay, so if they attack you and deal damage to you,
And they
then-
hit me, then yes.
Then,
Then
you
I
can
would
keep
keep
right?
it.
All right, so I gotta
Nice, okay.
get rid of guard C out of the mix here. He could make some saving rolls, but I'm just gonna be lazy and move him out of here.
Oh, do NPCs get the saving rolls as well?
I mean, they do. Yes, they have to roll.
I mean, I didn't shoot with a means of killing him. Let's say
If it was a higher
non-lethal
level, I
damage.
would actually roll for it, but I'm not gonna worry about him. He'll be down at 1 HP when he gets back up anyway, so it's not like he's gonna be useful or anything. I guess one attack could end your guys' life. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Do you guys want me to play beginner mode right now, or do you really want me to make those fortitude saving rolls on him?
No, you're the DM. It's your call.
I want
yeah,
your
yeah,
guys'
yeah.
honest feeling. Do you want the beginner's guide, or do you want to go full hard mode?
I mean, we're
I
about
mean,
to
I know
die.
I would probably prefer
Like,
the
I feel
baby
like
Baby steps? Okay, we can do baby steps. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking too,
like I
because
said,
making a new character
my-
sucks.
my intention by attacking these guys is not killing them. I want to knock them out.
Well, you guys are
Take
all
out-
good. I don't think you ever want to kill a dude unless it's a monster, you know. So,
Unless they touch a children, because Yondu likes children.
or if they kill one of your party members, I could see you wanting to kill them in return. But yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's see if the fire spreads first.
Oh yeah.
fun.
Well, if it rolls a 10 or
mean-
higher, we'll say it spreads a little bit.
I guess it spreads over here.
Oh,
no.
It
Extra
spreads
spread.
really good. Oh no.
Bursted out
Oh,
really
oh.
hard. That was a
I
crit, by
have
the
an
way.
idea.
What do you do?
Yeah, I have
have
an
an
idea
idea.
as well.
I have a great idea. I have a
Oh, no. Are you guys gonna
I
throw
have
him in the
both.
fire? Jesus Christ, dude.
Yes, I'm going to use my bow and shoot this guy with fire.
That seems more of
Oh,
an evil
fire
thing, but damn,
arrows.
alright. Anyways,
I thought
Guard's
we didn't want to
B's turn.
kill them.
Right, but if they're on fire, they might actually burn to death, but yeah, fair enough. Alright, Guard B is going to make a... He's gonna see who he wants to attack because he realizes he can't hit you, Glow. He does allow you to get an opportunity to attack him before he goes towards Stewart.
Oh, cool. I will use my opportunity attack to.
Okay, roll to hit.
That
I
means, that
I
means
believe
Crow
it's
has
a
chance to
minus-
do damage?
It's a -2 to his AC, I believe, unless they changed it. Let me double check first. I need to look this up.
Another thing that was brought up in chat is that unarmed attacks get the strength or dex modifier added. For me, it would be strength. So I would have rolled a
I mean-
14 before.
Have you not added strength to the last roll?
No, I haven't.
You didn't?
No, I had rolled that was a pure roll. I didn't add anything
Wait. Are you saying are you adding it to hit, or are you saying for damage?
for hit.
Oh, to accuracy. I know
Yeah,
monks
for-
get it for
for-
dex. I didn't know that unarmed. Okay, they changed this then.
Unarmed, yeah. In this case, since it's claw, it says also for the strength modifier, so it would be for both for hit.
Okay,
and...
wait. Let me go back in the rolls here. Well, you're.
No, it's okay. I
you
rolled
want to just ignore
it's
it for
okay.
now,
Yeah.
Okay,
Kind of like
okay,
you
okay.
had the opportunity attack. I forgot.
and then
this,
we
it's
just let.
okay.
Yeah. I guess that's fair now.
Okay, now I rolled a 10, so it
feel-
would be a 13.
Okay, 13 to hit. Let me see if he's got a minus onto getting his AC. I
But
don't.
it's +2 and
think-
plus strength. Proficiency and.
Yeah, proficiency and strength. That's how you would add. Your to
Oh,
hit.
then I'm at 15.
Okay, yeah. Make sure you remember that. As far as I can see, they don't get a minus to their AC in 5e. As far as I can see, it's just a free hit. Why should they get you in minus AC in this one? Yeah, that makes sense. Anyways, yeah, no, you hit him.
Yeah.
While he's running towards Stewart, he turns around
Okay.
and you hit him. Roll for damage.
Plus
plus strength,
I
right?
deal another 4. Yeah, one plus 3, so
Wow.
4.
I mean, that means you did damage.
Hey, you know, it's the first
Yeah,
time you
no-
actually dealt damage to this guy. He's looking a little hurt, but nothing too bad.
Also,
That
now
means
I had
rage-
physical damage. My rage.
Yeah, now your
continues.
rage stays. This is true. That's very convenient for you. Well, he's
Yeah.
gonna make an attack. He's gonna make an attack towards Stewart. Let's see if he hits. Oh my God, what was that roll? Did you? If you saw my
Oh,
screen,
dear.
it went from like a decent roll to a 1 to a 16. It was just bizarre.
Roy, you're the DM. Stop rolling like a godlike
What
player.
is even going on? Why am I rolling? Anyways, so he definitely hits Stewart. He's gonna deal 1d6 damage plus his strength, which is he's the lesser one, so he's gonna do 1 extra. Oh, he does 6 damage.
Ooh.
Oh.
This is not looking good for Stewart. I
Good
really
thing we have 2 people who can heal.
remember if you do get knocked out, as long as you don't get hit from. Well, I don't remember if it's in 3E it was 10 HP or minus 10 HP, you're dead. But in 5E, I'm not sure how much was the threshold. Hold on.
We could always ask chat how when is
I.e.
someone
death.
instantly dead when
what's-
when they get hit. Yeah, there's a death saving throws, but is there like a
Oh,
threshold?
I see it. So if you take damage when you're knocked out at all, you die. I believe. When you take any damage from 0 hit points. Oh no. This is a saving throw. If you take any damage, you have to make a saving throw. You miss 3 in a row, you die. I believe. And
Okay,
a
so
critical
it
hit is 2
forces
failures.
if you miss 3, you die. If you roll 3 correct, or if you pass 3, then you live.
Yeah, you roll a d20, 10 or higher, you succeed, otherwise you fail. If it's a critical hit and you fail, you take 2 failures. If you take damage equal to your maximum HP in 1 hit, you die instantly.
Yeah. But if you roll a
Wow.
critical success, you just get up.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Master. No, I totally figured this out. Yeah, and 3E, it was like minus 10 HP, you're dead. You have to keep making 4-2 save rolls. This is interesting. Okay, so now we know in case Stewart does go down, he has 3 chances, or 2 if it's 2 crits, or somehow takes whatever his max HP is. Okay. Anyways,
Mhm.
Garby does his damage. He slices Stewart a little bit. Deals quite a. He opens up a wound on, like, say, Steward's shoulder or something
Yeah.
like that.
Not
He's
good.
bleeding a bit, but not much. Not enough to actually do a bleeding save roll. And then guard A, I believe, is next. Yes, he's going to decide if he wants to attack Chloe or not. We'll just say that. High equals Chloe. Okay, high equals Chloe. Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, the real number
Wow.
now should be 4.
Oh.
It's 14, that doesn't matter.
Now it's
But Claude takes half damage because rage, right?
Yeah,
oh,
physical.
that
half.
it was rolled a hit. He got
that's
a
hit.
20. Now he has to roll for damage. You take half damage, right, Chloe?
Yes, half damage from
Okay,
rage.
this is D6 plus 2. 6, so 3.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Damn, this is getting a little scary.
Why are you a god that rolls?
I don't know. I'm sorry, guys.
Apparently we're really
If
bad.
I ever go to the US, you go with me to the casino.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah,
Jesus
right.
Christ, but RNG in games and on dice is just too good. But that could also be a
Alright.
good thing too when we're doing some D20 rolls, for like adventuring. We'll see. Okay, their turns are done. It is now Mondu's turn. All you see, Mondu is fire and it's spreading really quickly.
Well,
You
I do
still
see
think they're in the
Sayward.
same spot over there. You actually never
I do
saw,
see
you never saw that guard move over towards Sayward, but you did
Yeah, but
see Sayward get hit.
I see Sayward bleeding, so
Yeah.
I have to assume there's someone here.
Yeah, you have to
doing
assume
that,
there's something
so
there that you could barely see.
I'm going to move like over here.
Okay.
Now I see the guard.
Yep, you're in line of sight. You can see the guard.
Sadly, I don't have fire to do funny bow and arrow shenanigans, so I'm going to cast Firebolt on this guy.
All right,
So-
roll the hit. The guy you hit.
The 20, don't fail me. Trust in the heart of the dice.
You hit him.
Now we do damage. That's a D10. Show me a 10. God damn it!
Wow.
The firebolt barely hits this guard. It almost like the majority of the bolt goes flying past him, but it just like skins him a little bit, just like on the side. He got a little bit of a burn mark on his right shoulder right now, like a little bit of damage. Looking still okay, but not the greatest. Nearly halfway dead.
Oh God.
All right, this is Glow's turn.
Okay. So hold on. If I were to move over here, I would not leave this guy's
Yeah, you
thing, and I could just attack him.
Yes.
So he wouldn't get an
No
opportunity.
opportunity. You move slightly to the
Okay.
side just to slice the guy in the back. It's
All right,
close
I
enough.
will-
Don't worry about it.
I'll walk over and I will claw attack.
All right. Roll the hit.
Clobeard, you scratch.
A 22.
I
Oh,
mean,
wow. That's
you don't hit him
It's
clearly.
super effective, apparently.
All right. So give me a 4. A 2. I deal 5 damage.
Okay. Let's see how hurt he is. 5 damage. He is very close to death. You can see that he did not expect you to slash from behind.
Oh no.
He makes kind of a groaning sound, like "oh," you know.
That's what you get for putting stuff in my pocket, mate.
I didn't do it, he says. It wasn't me. It was Garde that did that.
Oh, so you admit your
No,
buddy
no, no,
did
no.
it.
The guard A was just letting you remember who it was, Chloe. 'cause you
Yeah, yeah,
forgot.
but guard B just sold out guard A. He was like, I didn't do it. It was him.
I never
And he was
said
like,
that I did it or he did it. I just said it. I had nothing to do with it. A little bit of small talk there, huh?
Sure, we're just having fun.
Say what as if close is done, then it's your turn. If you hit,
Okay.
you can knock him out.
Come on, it's
Yeah.
time for the godlike
Your
rolls.
dex is really good, so like I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if you roll for damage, you should knock him out.
Yeah, alright. I will try to attack God B with my rapier in that case. Let's go. 14.
+2 because proficiency, so 16.
Plus-
You hit him.
plus- Yes.
Roll for damage.
And it's
Come on, max
a
damage!
D8, which is
+3, I
this.
believe, right? With the dex.
+3, yes.
7. Oh, you
7 damage.
totally knocked this fucker out. He's on the ground
Oh,
immediately.
Yay!
Let's
Get
go.
shit on.
How do you actually
Okay,
set it
what-
that way? Do you do that?
Just click that. What? Why is he standing up? There you go.
I don't.
Oh,
There
he
you go.
just had to die a couple times. And then...
Yeah, you did.
He didn't know if
The
he
guy
wanted to die or not.
really wanted to kick your butt, but he could not stand.
Like one of these clowns that you can box that they just fall to the ground and then
Alright.
they stand up.
This is the end of the Steward's turn. We're gonna roll to see if the fire spreads a bit more or not.
Oh
the
god,
fire.
we're all really close to the fire.
I'm gonna
It
lose my
spreads
dagger.
1. I'm gonna
Here,
grab a copy
take
of
this
this.
push.
We are going to make it up here, right behind Chloe.
Well,
Uh-oh.
well, there it goes.
You're very close. It doesn't deal damage to you, but you can feel some heat behind you.
We're getting
crackling.
burnt kitty tonight.
Oh, it's getting hot
Yeah.
in here?
What's that, Stewart?
Is it getting hot in here?
Yeah, or is it just me? All right, so guard A is looking at you. He's thinking, well, you're the closest one to me between this fire hell and everyone else. I'm gonna go ahead and make an attempt to bypass your wisdom.
And the defense, and then the damage.
Damn.
Oh my god.
What the
Stop
hell?
running like a god!
How?
Hold up. Hold up. One of us becomes a DM now, and Roy is like takes over any of us.
Right, you're just slapping at
Chloe,
me,
how
right?
much HP are you at?
I'm at 7.
Okay, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I also have half damage from
3.5. We'll actually lower it. We'll do a rounding down in this campaign. You take 3.
Okay.
When you have half damage, it's rounding down.
Okay.
Damn, dude, this man's like, fuck your wisdom barrier. I'm hitting you in the back.
Holy shit. If I
I mean,
didn't have I would be
He
dead
actually,
if I didn't have
he
rage.
slashes your thigh a little bit. He just whacks you right in the thigh. If you didn't have rage, your karma marble would have been used by now.
Yay, I have a marble.
You all have a marble since you're on the good side, the good team. Anyways,
Mm.
Garde is, well, he's happy about the situation because he doesn't care about his fellow guardsmen. All he wanted to
Holy
do was
shit.
to execute you. He actually doesn't even give a shit about this town, as you could probably tell by now. He just wants to have
Yeah,
fun.
he doesn't seem too concerned about the fire that's spreading.
Yeah.
He might be a
What was
pyromaniac,
that?
because he could probably, well, if Chloe would have turned around, you would see a very maniacal smile. Kind of a crazy look. In fact, Sayward sees this from the side.
Hmm.
Not like it
Who
matters.
goes next?
Well, the person that goes next would be the sleepy boy.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think I can get anywhere close to.
You literally
Seeing
cannot
the-
do anything. You can.
I can do something actually.
You can?
Do you have any healing spells equipped?
I do, but.
But I'm gonna save it for
How-
myself.
Oh,
How-
is that metagaming? Sorry.
Like, I have a single spell slot left, and I don't know which one of you are going to go down. So I'd rather kill whoever goes down when they go down.
That's fair.
Because there is only one enemy left, and they cannot hit you twice. So if you go down, you are not going to instantly die.
This is true.
So Yondu, since even if I move over here and I would be blocked by both of you, so Yondu is going to move like over here, and I'm going to cast Ray of Frost on this fire pile here
Okay.
to put the fire out.
Oh,
Okay, we'll
don't
make
roll a
we'll
one,
make the DC
please.
a 10 for that, for your attack. As
DC
long as you
10.
Yeah, as long as you if you get less than that, we'll probably make it go towards your left.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You put it out.
Nice.
It is now officially gone. And since it was just a higher one, I'm gonna allow it for double there.
I
That
mean,
area.
we can say it has like some wideness to the
Yeah,
green.
we'll just say that your 15 kind of gets rid of 2 of them.
Yay!
Now you can see Chloe and the guard.
And
Chloe,
do
if
I see,
Mandu's done.
do I see the guard how hurt he is?
It's Chloe's body blocking him. You just know he's behind him fighting.
Do I know how hurt he is, or am I too distracted with being almost dead myself?
You can see him on the side. You want to know how much or how hard he actually is?
Yeah, I mean, I think we hit him like once.
Based on
at the
what you
beginning.
know, he is. Tis nothing but a flesh wound moment.
Well,
Just a flesh wound.
all right, gotcha.
Or yeah, just
Okay.
a flesh wound. That is the correct bit.
All right, I will. Mondo, you're done, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I will move towards.
Yeah, all my
here.
bad super expert luck got turned into roll luck. I hate that, Sumas, but you're actually correct. This is true.
And then I will attack with my claw. I'm still raging.
Angry
All right.
boy.
So let's go.
Roll to hit.
17.
17 total. Wow, that's because you're unarmed business. Yeah, you hit him.
Yeah, 12 plus 3 plus 2.
You hit
Okay,
him.
then I hit for. Come on, give me a 4. Give me a 4. Yes, 7
Finally.
damage.
You hit him
Let's
really hard
go.
from the side with your claws. He looks extremely hurt, but not quite knocked out. He's definitely not looking good. His smile went from a smile to more of an angry face now at this point. You know, one of these faces. In the chat.
Gotcha.
Who's the angry chapter now, huh?
Does not reply to you. All right, so likely the fire is not hitting any of the innocents because they're on like the edge. In fact, you guys weren't really noticing this because it didn't really matter at the time. But most of the innocents in the back over here have made their way over towards the front. They're still kind of watching, but they're a little afraid. They might actually start getting the hell out of here. But anyways, they're like over here ish by this little fountain, just watching. Some of them have ran away, but the ones who were interested in the fight have stayed. It is now, I believe, Sayward's turn.
Sayward, yeah.
I do believe that is the case. Well, I
Remember
shall
when
step on through.
Sayward's dagger was in the bush and it got on fire?
Yeah, I think. Is it just gone now? It's probably
No,
just
no,
gone,
no.
right?
It didn't melt it. It's not that,
Okay.
high of a
What
temperature.
would he need to do to pick it up right now? Would that be like a bonus action?
It would take a full action, probably. This is he did Ray of Frost, so it'd probably just take a bonus action if you want. He's literally right next to it if he wants to grab it for his bonus action. I don't care.
Oh yeah.
But you would have to roll for perception if you see it in the burned bush. That's pretty much
okay.
gone.
It's fine. We'll do it later, probably.
Okay. Roll
yeah, let's
to
just attack
hit.
him again.
All right.
With the
Roll to hit and see what
Right,
happens.
Cool. Awesome.
Your drunkenness is really starting to show, Sayward.
Yeah, it really is, huh?
You make an attempt to stab him with your rapier, but he just kind of hurries you a little bit with his shield.
Ah, great.
But don't worry, it ain't Dark Souls, so you didn't get destroyed from that. It is now a new round. I should probably be tracking these rounds. Not like it matters too much at this point, but we're on round 6.
I mean,
actually,
we should be at like round 4 or 5 or something.
we're actually on round
Or
6.
let's have like 6 more rounds.
We're literally on round 6.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to change it last round,
in-
but
In 3 rounds, the safeguard from
no,
Mondu
round
should
10.
wear
So
off.
4 rounds from now, we go away. Because that's what
okay,
it
but,
started on
uh,
initiative. Yeah.
I figured because he rolled it a little bit before.
And don't worry about it. Well, I mean, that guard's luck is pretty much over by this point. He went in and attacked Flo. That's the person he would be fighting. He was going to go for the wisdom save. But he got a 5 and, well, 6. But couldn't quite get past that sanctuary barrier. So, I don't know if it uses the same roll. Does it use the same roll for this? No, because it's rolling for wisdom. So he's going to roll to hit Sayward instead. Because he's right next to it. Wow. Sayward, how much HP are you at?
4.
Okay.
Hold up, let me double check my spell list because I think this is a reaction. Reaction. Where's Healing Word?
Is it
Okay,
before
bonus action.
or
And
after?
it's a bonus action. Never mind, it's in my turn.
It's a bonus action? Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for damage.
Yeah, Healing Word is a bonus action. I can cast a Firebolt and heal someone.
Deals 5 damage. Sayward is knocked out.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Going well.
I don't think I can actually do anything with that. So the only thing I could do is have him on his side, upside down, etc. How do you?
You press F.
Yeah, that works too.
What? He's in the
Healing Word is
floor.
now a pile of blood.
All right.
You're knocked out, Sayward.
I sure am.
But you'll be all right as long as he doesn't, deal fatal damage to you. During this time,
So hold, just a quick note on the side here. Chat clarify for me. So Druid is here and Sakura. They've also been playing 5e for a long time. They've clarified how the knockout thing works.
yeah.
And so Sayward is now knocked out without fatal damage. Fatal damage would be dealing double the maximum HP in damage. In that case, he would be straight up dead. Anything that is below that knocks him to 0, below 0 would knock him to 0. Now what he has to do every time on his round, he has to do a saving throw, which would be just roll a d20.
Yeah, 10 or higher is a succeed.
10 or high is
Yeah.
a success. Lower
Yeah,
is a
I just
fail.
looked at the wiki on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think this is a good effect now for this.
Yeah, it works.
critical
sure.
failure would be David's dead. Critical success is he comes back with 1 HP. If he only rolls like 3 successes, he stays unconscious but is not dying anymore. If he rolls 3 fails, he also dies.
If
Okay,
I
that
kill
part I
him,
didn't
he
know.
comes back.
Don't worry. He's got a karma marble. He's
We can
fine.
both Mondu and I can go to him and make a medicine check. Which
And
would
that
also
is
be
under int
it's under wisdom.
wisdom. Okay.
Oh,
And it's a
that's
D
my job then.
it's a D10. And so just a
DC is
of 10.
D10.
Yeah. And if that succeeds, then we stop him from dying. It's not like he
He doesn't have to
he's
roll
not-
anymore unless he gets hit again.
Yeah,
but
right, right.
But if I use a healing spell on him, does he just stand up and keep moving?
I don't know about that one.
So is it only when he's attacked does he have to
someone
roll for it, or is
unconscious?
it every turn?
He has to roll every turn.
Okay, that's
the
what
only
I thought.
action
It
he
was
can
every
move
turn.
to.
Yeah.
But also when he takes extra, if an enemy were to hit him during this, it would also be another roll, correct? Try to kill him
Yeah.
off.
Any regained hit points will bring you right back. Yeah, you have to stand up. Okay, so if you heal him straight up, he doesn't die anymore. He's up. He just has to spend an action to stand up
Okay.
because he's laying on the ground.
All right. So that was end of the guard's turn, which means it would be Mondu's
So
turn
it's
now.
Mondu's turn.
Yes.
Well,
But during all of this,
Have movement to
during
stand
all
up,
of
but
this,
not
hold on.
not a full
hold
action.
up. What happened?
Okay, the fire does not spread. You're good.
I'm glad because I went to move over.
Yeah, because it could have been really bad for you. It would have to be a crit actually for it to be bad for you.
Well, Yondu is going to 1, 2, 3, 4 over here.
Close enough.
I'm going to cast. I'm going to touch the fell body of my recent friend. I'm
Bending
going to cast.
touch.
No, what's the name? Cure Wounds.
Damn.
So a creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier.
So wisdom.
So yeah, it would be 8d8 plus 4.
Okay, roll for it. See what happens.
I really want to kill you, Sayward.
All right, he got 8 hit
Eight.
points back.
Hey!
Wow. Awesome.
So now you
And
no
nice.
longer have a bloody puddle if we can get rid of that. But you're not quite back up yet, so we gotta put you back in the ground.
Wait, didn't I bring him back?
You
to
did, but he
life?
has to spend an action to get up. He's still on the ground.
I have to stand
okay.
up on my turn. Yeah.
So we'll keep
Well,
him upside down
and
for now.
with the remaining movement I have, I did 4. I back up a bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's my turn. Also, I don't have any more spell slots left.
You're done with the spells basically until long rest.
Yeah, Cantrip City. It's my favorite city.
Have a good night, Mr. Six. Take care, man.
Okay.
And yes, we're already burying Mr.
Right.
Sayward.
So
I know it's
it's
unfortunate.
my
for him.
turn, I guess.
This is
It
indeed
is.
true. This is your turn.
I will smackaroo the guard A
Okay.
with a 19 to hit,
I mean, you're yeah.
and I will roll for damage. Should be a 6 damage.
Well, you knocked him out. Congratulations.
Thank
You
Get
slash him
clawed,
right into the
motherfucker!
chest, and he just does a. There you go. He gets knocked
Okay,
out.
We did it.
So we're out of
We'll make-
combat now, is that
Yeah,
correct?
we'll make Saber get back up. Out of combat.
Okay.
Would you like to get your
can I-
dagger as well, Saber, real quick?
Yep. I would like to retrieve.
I
my
would
dagger.
like to search
Retrieve
the guards for my equipment because I don't know. I would like to have my axe
All right,
back and
roll
shit.
an investigative check. I believe this is under
How much
wisdom
do I
as
have?
well.
Wisdom. That's insight. Perception. Investigation is intelligence.
It's an intelligence. Okay, well, that's what it is.
Okay, I'm a
Investigation.
big dummy. I have 0 modifiers.
All right.
5.
I have a better idea. Tell the DM that you're going to take a 10 to check for stuff.
I'm taking a 10.
There
to
is
check
no
for
immediate
stuff.
threat, as far as we know, other than the fire.
But-
Speaking of
but
fire,
hold
are we
on.
gonna put that out or?
Hold on.
Oh,
In the
yeah.
meantime, while you guys do that, Yondu looks at the fire and just raises a frost to put the fire out.
All right, that works for me.
Hold on. No immediate threat, I would say, is relative, right? Because if I take a 10, we would have to sit here for 2 hours and search the unconscious guards.
It wouldn't
is
take
that
you.
correct?
It wouldn't take you guys 2 hours. I'd say
Doesn't
maybe
that would not
15
take
minutes
2
at
hours?
most. 10.
Okay, because we shouldn't be staying too long back here because
Yeah, you have a
we
lot of
just knocked out a
bystanders.
bunch of
They're starting to.
guards.
The bystanders are starting to go on their own merry way. They're not really afraid of you guys since you aren't like monsters or creatures of undead or anything like that. So you guys are fine. They're, some of them might be reporting this incident, so that might be a
Yeah,
problem.
that's what
in
I
the
was
future.
gonna say. We should probably. Okay, hold on. So I will take a 10 to look for.
You
my
definitely
stuff.
have enough time to search before anything, legal happens.
All right. I will. Yeah, I'll take a 10 to look for my stuff.
Okay, so you take a 10 to look for your stuff, right? You find out they don't have any of your stuff on them, but you do find a key ring with a few keys on it. Would you like to take it?
Sure.
All right,
Sure,
you
I'll
now
take the
put
key.
in
I probably
key
would
ring
want-
with 3 keys into your items. That'll be important later on.
Wait. Do I just get rid of my great axe and javelins and all my starting shit?
Put it in
Because-
parentheses for now. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay. I'll just leave it where it is and then put it somewhere
And now it's
else.
time to introduce each other because now you finished the battle.
Well,
Surely we
I
should, like,
would
get to
I would
safety first?
recommend I was about to say I would recommend going somewhere else on the map before doing so.
Oi, chaps! Thank
Yeah.
you for your help. I appreciate it. You guys are good fellas. We should probably get going because we're a little bit in danger here. I mean, we kind of knocked those guards over and everybody saw, so we probably should get the hell out of here,
I
right?
quite agree. Let's get going.
we
Now,
should tend our
before you guys
weapons.
do anything else, I want to let you know that over here on this side, it's towards the inner city, and over here on this side is towards the port. There is, however, you don't know it now, but if you use perception rolls, there is a sewer entrance here if you want to take that. There are other ways to do it, but
Ooh.
we could do that. I would probably, if I were to give you guidance, I would probably go this way somewhere. You go this
Yeah,
way, you
it
might
seems.
encounter more issues.
I mean, my guy is stupid, but it seems it's wise to go outside the
Let's
city.
have everyone roll an insight check to see if this might come into play of where you guys go, since don't know any better. However, Mondu and Sayward have been here for quite some
Nice.
time, so Sayward, you really are drunk. Holy shit.
15 plus 4, that's a 19 for me.
I have
Okay.
a 14.
Wow, Chloe. Chloe says, along the lines of to you guys, I'll just say it because it's easier this way since you guys are new. Chloe basically kind of gives a gesture of, I don't want to go back that way where I came from, which is towards the bridge over here.
True, that's where
Sure,
I came
that's fair.
from.
Yeah.
Kind of says probably shouldn't go that way, and Mandu isn't in agreement at this point with his insight check. Mandu, let's just say, has knowledge of a place to hang out or to get out of the city, which is the sewers. He has knowledge of that, so he can choose whatever he wants to hide out for now or go through the sewers and get out of the city.
Well, I would present the possibility of both choices to the party.
Yes, and see what they want to
let
do.
them decide.
All right, talk with your buddies there since you guys are in.
Wait, you said sewers, or what was the other option?
There's sewers over there, or you want to go in the back over here? There's a nice little hideout behind the tavern.
Well, fine folk. We have, in my opinion, two options. There is an entrance to the sewers nearby, next to the tavern, or we could try to hide behind the tavern. There is some safe spots in that area. What would you like to do?
I heard sewers. I don't like the sewers. They stink, and my nose is it's a really good nose, so I can smell a lot down there. So I like not to go in the sewers.
It's understandable. Your folk seem to be very sensitive.
Could always
to
plug his
smells.
nose with Kleenex.
I mean, in theory, it could cast guidance on him so he can resist the smell, but
You could tell him
not
that
sewers either.
in
Sounds
player.
like there is rats.
There are other things down there, but I won't spoil it if you go down there.
Yeah. What do you think, my little new friend Jim Smith?
Well,
Little new
frankly,
friend. You've known him
Well,
for
do you
quite some
know
time,
him?
actually.
Oh yeah, you guys know each other.
Yeah, you've known you
Yeah,
guys
we
at least
know
for
for
a
a bit.
year minimum. You guys just hang out because Sayward just kind of deals with Mandu's, sleeping problems, and Mandu just
Yeah.
enjoys the entertainment. It's a kind of like a cooperative deal here. Although it seems like Mandu's getting more out of it.
I mean,
Well, Yondu, if you know
Yondu is
of a
like a
place that-
child, so
I mean, if you guys can't make up your mind, I could roll a d20 and see what happens.
Oh, no, we're getting
I
somewhere.
mean, we
We're
have
getting
two
somewhere.
people kind of against the sewers, so unless Sayward comes up with a very good reason to use sewers, I think we are
Yeah, I
going
mean-
back to the back of the tavern.
Back at the tavern. All right.
Yeah,
So
I'm
we're gonna
good
move
with
your
that.
characters
If you
over
know of a
here.
place that does not involve the
So-
red
so
smell
Fel-
of the sewers. Let us
So-
go
Oh,
there.
I agree. Let's go back to the tavern and have a little chit chat
So
about
you see, there's a back door over here
who we are and
that goes to the
introduce
tavern.
ourselves RPG style, you know?
Yeah, RPG style. Yeah.
Slightly
What's an
fourth wall
RPG?
breaking.
What are you talking about?
It's
No,
a.
you guys wanna go in here?
Running-
There's a back entrance to the tavern, and it's left open because the bartender really likes Sayward because he literally plays free music at his bar. So he actually has given Sayward the keys to the tavern in case he ever needs to hide out.
Oh,
Sweet,
damn.
works for me.
Yeah, so you
Why
guys
haven't
enter
you
the
told
tavern in the
us,
back,
old chap?
and on your
I
way
told you,
inside,
you have
Sayward
to-
locks it. So that way, there's no
Yeah,
way anyone can get in. You guys can hang out for the night. If the bartender at least says Sayward, he won't freak out. So he'll know.
Yeah, cool.
So now you guys can introduce each other, I suppose.
All right, little shepherd chaps. I'm really thankful for your help. I really didn't do anything. They set me up. I really don't know what they had against me. Maybe because I'm an outsider. Maybe it's a race thing. I don't know. Well, yeah.
Best explain what happened to you.
My name is Draebolk. I was just on a visit over here, just looking for some like
Opportunities. Yeah.
trade goods for my pride. We just needed some food because we didn't. Well, it's been hard hunting these days since my father passed. It's well, he was the lead hunter in our group, but I'm just not as agile as he is, I suppose.
His father went for cigarettes and never came back.
Yes.
But he died in epic
Um,
battle. That's what he was told as a kid.
So, how about you fellas? So, what are you guys all about? Who are you?
Who do you point at?
I was speaking into the room. I was speaking to both of you. So
Oh.
whoever wants to.
My name is Yondu. I'm just a simple cleric. I came out of my house after a few years of research, and I met this fella, Jim Smith, and we have been hanging out together in this town since then. But it's been a while. We have
Wow.
traveled. He likes to put shows for kids, and I really like that.
I can't help but notice you were kind of looking drowsy, sleepy in the combat. What are you? Are you like a sleepy? Are you always sleeping? What's up with
Uh,
that?
Are you asleep,
well,
wizard?
hold on to this matter. You should ask because Yondu has a special thing on his face. Like, if you look at Yondu, he has a blindfold, so you don't see his eyes.
Oh.
So you could mistake him for being blind.
Oh.
And
Okay.
he has a mask covering his mouth.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so Yondu, is it?
Yes.
You're a blind fella. You don't see.
We could say I see more than more than what you would think, and I leave it like that. I don't want to give too much information in my situation.
Okay. I got you. I understand. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I hope you're not frightened by my statue. I'm actually really a nice fella. I'm not. I
Oh,
just look frightening.
Yondu is very small. He's not tall at all. He's 5 foot. So he would look at you like looking up if he were to actually use his eyes to see.
I got you. I'm really huge, like 6'5" or so.
So, Jim, is it? Nice to meet you, buddy. Hey, what do you do? You have a mighty looking
Indeed, greetings.
lute over there.
Yeah, I changed it.
Yes, as is well made aware by my loot here, I am a bard. And yes, there are some who call me Jim. And of course, the best way to introduce myself, of course, is the only way that a bard would do. Through song. Now, out of character for a moment, I have no idea if this is going to work over Discord, but hey, we're going to try. Hell. There once was a man who always tried to be kind, and music made up his life. Even as a young boy, he always sang along to the melodies he made up in his mind. So he learned to play a lute, and really, he was quite good. At least that's what his friends would always say. And he learned of the magic that flows across the strings, so of spells and tricks he certainly knows a thing. Nowadays he spends his time in taverns and bars, playing to any folk who'd lend an ear. Oh, there once was a man, and if you were wondering his name, well, quite simply, it's Jim. Thank you, thank you.
Wow, I'm really impressed. That was really good. I like it.
That's pretty
you
good,
can see
Saber.
it's-
Come through it all.
you
Didn't
can
hear the
see,
music, but you know what? Your singing was on point. Honestly.
Yeah, we didn't hear any of the music, but the singing was
Oh,
good enough.
lame. Discord, why?
We'll
Oh,
figure it
well.
out another time. But you know
attempt
what?
was
Yeah.
At least your singing was on point. It was great.
Well, you can see a tear going down from behind the blindfold from Yondu's.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't too bad, Saber. Yeah, you actually came up with for the campaign on the spot. Just to wrote it down and
I
said,
wrote it in like 15 minutes.
not bad actually.
like it.
For a
I
bar
like it, dude.
tale. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see Sayward being more of the lively kind of person when it comes down to it. I mean, the man can't hit for shit, but he sure can sing a song.
So one extra detail, you can see Yondu has like this pendant hanging from his neck with a big jewel. The jewel changed color, is now the bright sky blue, like the base of my model here.
So,
Okay,
what-
so
Yeah, what's up with that pendant? It was just another. Now it's blue. It's just another color. What's up with that? Why did it change?
I want to hide this information. It's just a fancy gem. It likes to, depending on the lighting, you may see it as a different color. Nothing too fancy.
To be frank, I don't know about it either. He's never told me what it's
Also,
all about.
I'm absolutely lying. You can try to check that if you want, but I'm lying right now.
no, I'm gullible. I don't check for that.
And
the
I've been
only time
friends with him for
Chloe would
years,
ever
so I
check
don't
for it
suspect anything.
is if he goes through a stupid conspiracy theory. It's by how dumb he is.
That's
the only time he would ever be, like,
I'm just
paranoid.
spinning up my own conspiracy theory.
Yeah. The only time that Chloe can actually like roll for that is if like Chloe really wants to find out what's going on, you know? That's the
I
only
mean, I
time.
can have an action that makes him try to want to figure it out because I think we should eat and rest, right?
Yeah, so the bar is
just
open
about-
for Sayward for what he needs to do. The only thing the bartender told him is if you do make anything, drink anything, you have to just make sure you pay for it when you leave.
Pay on the tab.
Yeah, the good old tab. I mean, Sayward, you got a lot of money, so like you've been doing this for a
This is
while.
True, yeah.
Saywood is rich.
He really is.
How much money did you... I don't have any money, do I? They also took all my money.
They
I would
took
say.
Yeah,
You're
your
pretty much
items are
naked right
in
now.
a specific location. Will not be
How much
disclosed
I have,
until
I
later.
forget. I think
Well-
I wrote it down somewhere, didn't I?
Well, friendly chaps, I don't want to come off as a bagger, but we kind of do need to rest. I'm very wounded, and I would need some food. Do you guys happen to have it? The guards took everything from me. I'm just bare naked. You can even see my tail.
Good morning, Vince.
The front one.
Oh.
I want everyone to roll a perception roll real quick.
To check for the tail. Hold on,
God.
I'm doorbell. I'll be right back.
That's fine. No, this is
Just-
for finding something specifically in the.
That's a +6.
Damn, the
Oh,
blindness
wow.
is really getting to Mondo here.
I mean,
I know you're not blind. That was a joke. You see where?
10
We'll just wait for Chloe to see what he gets.
plus, where is perception? +1. So
Depending on what you guys do,
11.
Chloe may or may not get his stuff back.
I'm going to the.
Not like it
thing.
really matters that much. He didn't have much gold or anything really worth the value. In fact,
I guess we can.
his weapons would be good. Though.
here's the thing, Sayren. In the morning, this is like a beginner's baby step guide. There are some markets over here in the main area that sell armor and weapons just conveniently
Oh,
out in the
okay.
open. And of course they're gone when they're packing up. So in the morning you guys could go to the market and buy something really quick since, the problem is his stuff is, I mean, it's somewhere that is guarded. So
Hmm.
I need to decide on
you
a color.
don't know
whether-
this, but like it just makes sense based on if they took his stuff, it's in the prison area perhaps, or a guard's chamber or an armory or something, just like confiscated goods. You guys can roll an insight for that if you like, but I think by
Well-
default you guys would know this because you've lived in the city for a
Yeah,
while.
Okay.
Well, at the comment of Draebolk saying that the gem on Yondu's pendant
Oh.
changed to
Oh,
a
nice.
light green.
I like that.
Cool.
Hmm.
So yeah, you could tell Chloe when he gets back. Just be like, your stuff might be somewhere that's heavily guarded. Maybe it's better if we buy some stuff in the morning or something like that. And it'll be very cheap compared to everything else. Chloe, when
What
you
I
get a
missed?
chance, could you roll a perception check?
Yes. Hold on. What are we perceiving? Or do we?
You do the roll.
Wow.
A 13 plus 2. I have 15.
Yeah, what was your total roll?
I
Say what?
cannot hide that thing. So.
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine was 11.
Okay, so both Sayward and Chloe, you look around the tavern, looking for something to sleep on. You guys notice that there's like a compartment area in the tavern for right in the back here where the drinks are kept. There's just convenient like sleeping rolls here. Just convenient.
Oh, nice.
It seems as if the bartender is used to this kind of stuff once in a while, so he just kind of leaves it there for people to sleep on and have a decent rest. So now that you know it's there, you guys can have a good rest instead of hard floor rest, and you don't want that.
Oh, that's looking mighty comfy. Did Yondu just die?
Yeah, he
No,
did.
he's
assume
laying
he's
down
asleep.
in the.
Yeah,
the
he
bed.
did. He did. He gone.
died in his sleep.
Bonk. All right. Here's what we're gonna do.
We
We're
can find
gonna roll
models
for
for you
XP
guys.
because you guys defeated 3 of the guardsmen at level 1. I'll just do a quick thing here. Since they're level 1, I'm gonna use a D4.
Fine.
What's up?
D4.
Hold on. I gotta roll this 3 times.
No, I was about to tell you I can import like a D120 if you need.
No, I don't need that. All right. So you guys' total XP for the encounter is 400 XP.
400.
400?
Yep, straight up 400. You guys beat dudes who like they might be level 1,
When do
but
we
they were.
level up?
It's I believe there's a level table. Let me get it real quick.
We level up.
I'm
Where
not
do we
sure
note
if
down our
400 isn't
MP?
like a bit much.
Actually, with 400 we would be level 2.
You guys are level 2 instantly.
Hey!
Oh,
Make sure you write this
damn!
on your note area, or maybe at your level. I'm not sure where you can put it, but put in total XP equals 400.
I already did.
Oh, Mondo, you do get a bonus for doing the
fire
sanctuary, so
stuff?
I'll throw in another D4
Oh.
for you, just specifically for
Okay.
you. Mondo, you get 200 extra XP
I'm at 600.
for performing a very good thing for your team.
Hey!
Wait,
That's-
so we get another. Mondo gets
No,
another
Mondo
200?
just gets
Oh,
that
yeah.
because he took damage by giving you a protective barrier.
Gotcha.
So he essentially saved your life. And as for the healing touch with Sayward, there's no bonus there. It's just a general healing spell.
Yeah, that's normal.
Since Mondo took a damage roll for doing something good and took the risk, he
Hmm.
gets that extra XP. That's the idea.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. So I learned 2 new things.
Yep.
Oh, I need to copy paste a bunch of things.
And we get to roll hit
Should
dice,
we
right?
should we
get
stop
extra...
here on the campaign and just do character things right now, or?
Yeah, I would say let's do the character
probably.
things, and then we'll continue next time when
Okay.
we wake up in the tavern.
All right.
I like that.
So this
plan, yeah.
point for the YouTube VOD, they're just gonna do character stuff. So if you don't care, you can click off. Feel free to do that. Otherwise, if you wanted to see what they're doing, feel free to stay, just in case they're interested. I'm gonna save right now because I don't want to mess up.
Actually, that's a great idea, yeah.
Save.
There should be an autosave though.
I'm gonna create a new file just to be safe.
Yeah, but it's better to just have it.
Session.
Oh, my cards are getting.
I spelled that right. I'm having a brain
Okay,
fart on
level
a
2
word. I don't
cleric.
like that.
Right, so we
No,
need
I
to
did spell it
raise
right.
it
Okay,
or
my
it's still
my
right?
brain says that's wrong, but apparently it's correct. I was right.
I
Alright.
Since we're doing a long rest, how much HP do we get back? Are we back to full?
I think it's a full. It's up to full, and on
Let me
short
double check
rest,
on that.
we use-
I mean, for your low level, it probably is full, but long rest healing 5e. I want to double check because they changed everything I know. At least 8 hours long. Yeah, you guys will be about 8 hours before the bartender gets you up, so that's good. Yeah, regain all lost hit points.
Okay, so HP on level up. This thing says I gain 1d8 or 5 plus Constitution modifier. Is that right? Oh, it's either 1d8 or I can go for the average, I guess.
Sorry, there's been a problem with New World, and my artist Luna is. Oh god, they disabled coin transfer again. Someone found a trophy dupe. That's not good. Oh well.
Okay, I put in
Anyways.
a in-game chat the hit point stuff.
This is true. Yeah. So your hit die should already be on your character sheet, I believe. Yes, it's right there.
Yeah,
See right here.
but
1d8.
I mean, because we level up, our HP goes up, right?
Yeah, so you roll 1d8 plus your constitution modifier, so 1. 1d8 plus 1 for you.
Okay. Do we roll or can we use the average?
You
This is what the D&D Beyond says right now. I put it in the chat. I don't mind either way. You can decide.
You can take the 5 if you want. If you roll a 1, I will allow you to either do another reroll or take the 5. But if you roll it a 2 to 4, you have to keep it.
What are we rolling for? Sorry.
HP increase because we leveled up. I'm gonna take the 5 plus 1 because it's fun.
It's early levels. I would probably say that's a good idea.
It's the hit dice, right?
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? With your hit die, so you have 1d12. You can take, I believe, a 7 plus your con modifier. I believe. No, it's a 6 because it's half. I think. No. Why did mine get 5 though? That's weird.
It's the average of the D8 rounded up, I think.
Okay, so we'll do we'll do 7 plus con for Chloe if he wants to take an instant 10. Chloe, if you roll a 2 or lower, I'll let you re-roll or take the 7.
Wait, why would I? I will just take the 10 then. That's
310. You know what? You don't want to risk it.
That should be in your class.
There's like either 1 or 2 I reroll, then there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 where I make a minus, 10 where I go even, or 11, 12 where I get something.
No. It's 7 plus 3, so you can get 15 instead of 10.
Oh, okay, hold on.
If you roll a 1 or 2, I'll allow you to reroll once or take the 7.
Sure, let's go. And then we roll.
You want to roll? Okay. So 1d12, I believe, which I think is this one.
This one.
That one? Oh, it's that one because that's a D. Okay, yeah.
So I would get 8.
You get 8, yeah, and you can't reroll that. So you get -2 from that, but hey, you took the risk, so that's good.
Well, I still have 23. That's pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's really good, dude. Your character's really good, honestly. Well,
I got
that
some
rage
fun stuff
saved your.
You
That
say
rage
that,
saved
but
your life.
I nearly died just before.
Well, yeah. If it wasn't for rage, I would have died.
Well, Stewart,
safely.
The karma marble would have saved your ass at least once. So you would. Here's how it would have gone down. If you would have gotten critical death, I would have just taken a marble from you and put you up with 1 HP. That's all I would have done.
Okay, fair enough.
But if I roll a crit, then I would let you have half your HP back. If I roll a crit fail, I would just say you're still knocked out, but you don't die. You see what I mean?
Sure.
Well, I hope we get zombies soon because I became an anti-zombie boy now.
You're anti.
I got turned undead.
Well, this is funny because one of my players back in the same campaign also was a cleric, and he had a fun time in Zombieland. That's for sure. Let's just say you could encounter zombies early on, but that's up to your decision.
I mean, if you... Oh my god, this is so long. Hold up. This make more space. There you go. This is Turn Undead. I can present
It is so powerful. I remember how OP it was when they fought zombies.
And guess what? It's even better because I am an arcane cleric. And I can also do the same too. Undead. Hold on. Where's the arcane abjuration thingy? Hold on. Let me. the same thing I can do to undead, I can do it to
It's over here.
one of the next one. So instead of every zombie, only one. I can do it to one celestial, one elemental, one fey or fiend of my choice, and it's the same as turn undead.
Very
I
windy
can
night.
scare away one of those or every zombie
Oh
around.
wow, wind.
It's really windy.
Yeah, it's a very windy night now. But don't worry, you're in the tavern. Bar. You guys are okay.
Storm
'Cause
going on out there or something.
something's going on out there. Good thing you didn't sleep outside, because it would have been a very cold
yeah, wow, that
night.
wouldn't have been fun at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Except for hit dice and new spells, do we get anything? I mean, not that I would say there's more, but just to know, are we done with the character modifications?
Yeah, we need to know
Other than the
whatever-
spells that you might have gained,
I
yeah.
missed that. What's up with the hit dice?
Okay, yeah, so you have a 1d8. You can take the 5 plus your con, which would be, so 5 plus 2. Or you could take a risk and roll a 1d8. If you roll a 1 or a 2, I will allow you to reroll once, or take the 5 and move on.
Oh, okay.
So it's your choice to take the risk, but if you roll a 1 or 2, I'll let you reroll. Or take the 5 instantly.
Yeah, I see.
So what's the plan, Say? What are you thinking? Rolling?
We have been rolling like garbage all day.
I mean, no matter
Yeah.
what, for sure, you'll get a
Let's just
chance at
take
a
it.
okay, take it 5. Okay, no matter what, you'll get.
Yeah.
No matter what, like at the very least, you have a. If you roll once and you
But
get a
that
1
would
or
be
2, then yeah,
That would be 7 then, right?
7
Because
HP.
plus the con.
The highest possibility you can get is 10 in this dice.
So you can put your maximum and your current up to 17.
Maximum health? Are you saying?
Yeah, current hit points, and
here.
above that is the hit point maximum,
Oh,
the
okay,
little
it's
number.
that much. Yeah, right.
So yeah, 5 plus 2 is 7. So you're at 17.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
All right.
Wow.
Cool.
Do
Also,
we
what
heal
you
that up
get.
as well?
Yeah, because we're doing a long rest, we're sleeping the night at the tavern.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get 8 hours in, which means you get full HP, no matter what.
Cool.
And all of Mandu's spell slots are back too in the morning.
Yeah, also it's level 2, I think I get 1 extra spell slot, and then I need to check if I get level 2 stuff.
Say what you get: Jack
No,
of
that's
all
go to
trades
level
and Song of Rest.
Yes.
Jack of all
I have that
trades.
then.
That is very iconic for Sayward.
It is.
However, now that I'm 1 extra level, I can get one. I can prepare 1 more spell per day.
Jack of all trades, Jim Smith.
That's not why I mentioned that, but Sayward knows why. It works out for his character too, honestly. So
I think so, yeah.
I think what we could do, we could just stop it here, and then you guys could look into your spells and stuff off stream, and just
Yeah, I'm cool.
get
Yeah, I
it
guess so.
prepared for then, and then
Yeah,
it's
no, that
whatever.
sounds good.
And if you want, you could go ahead
do
and
this.
say like right click one of your note cards and just save object, and just off stream and in your single player you could just write down the note cards, save as an object, and just bring it into the game. If you want to do that.
I've already done
Yeah.
that. I've already.
I'm
made
actually,
those.
I'm
Close
actually
already.
done,
Yeah.
and I
I've
just got a
learned-
very funny spell.
What's that?
Yeah, I've learned Reckless Attack, which means I can
Ah.
basically hit with advantage, but also next
get
turn
any-
everything will have advantage against me.
Do I get any new spells or anything? I don't think so.
Isn't
It's just those
advantage 2 rolls, and the higher one
Yeah,
takes
It's
and
two
priority?
hit.
higher one.
It's two hit dice. So advantage is I roll 2 d20s and I take the better one.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay.
And disadvantage is
God.
like the opposite.
Wow, I would
Yeah.
have a 7.
That would be we're rolling like crap.
Wow. I think you guys did pretty good on their first session, honestly. I got him. Well, like I said, this if you guys go in the sewers for some reason, for whatever reason, I'm gonna make that randomly generated. However, I'll get the other side of town ready too, in case you guys decide to want to go the other way.
Well, I would like my shit back. So depending
Yeah.
on
Well, I mean, well, let's say we'd talk to you about that on the next session.
it's not for my guy to decide whether we go into the city or not.
Well, funny enough, I do have a shield and a small knife I can give you.
Oh,
Better than
also,
nothing.
Mondu, you would probably have to think about which spells you want to prepare for next
I
turn. because
already
you have the
did.
long one.
I'm already
Ah,
done.
awesome, cool.
So basically, I have the same spells now. I have Cure Wounds, Healing Word, Guiding Bolt. That's absolutely amazing for damage, but you know, Sanctuary that I already used, Shield of
Sanctuary is
Faith,
insane.
and Command. That's my new spell.
So what Manu makes up for almost hardly any damage. I say he's okay on damage. It's 1d8, but or 1d10 depending on what he's doing. It's a
I
very
mean,
wide spectrum of damage, whereas Chloe is mostly a DPS.
oh well,
Sabers would be a DPS if he could hit,
if
but
If I didn't
actually
miss every attack.
my point
if I
is
went for
Manu has
the
spells in replace for his okay damage and low health.
well, in case of if Yondu decided to go for violence, if he woke up and decided to choose violence instead of Sanctuary, I would cast Guiding Bolt, and that's 4d6
That's
of
pretty good.
radiant damage.
That is pretty good damage, yeah. Wait, is this based on your character's personality?
Like my character is like he's very calm. Like Yondu's a nice boy. He's calm and collected, but whenever something very foul goes on, he gets really angry and doesn't care. Like he's chaotic. So he doesn't care about the rules as long as he whatever he does is for a good reason,
Hmm.
for a good cause, I would say.
So you're saying most of the time you're going to be very passive and try to help out, but if you get angry, you might use up your bigger damage spells
If
instead of
he gets
helping.
extra angry, like I said earlier before the stream, you can ask me for a wisdom saving throw to maybe instantly cast Thaumaturgy, the spell that does funny stuff, because he may lose control of that because like Yondu
Okay.
is like use his body like a puppet because he's technically his consciousness is technically this is off story. You know, no one knows this yet, but the jewel basically is his eye and the way he enhances his power to move his body around. So technically no one saw me go into the little cloud other than Sayward, and Sayward probably knows already how that works.
Yeah. He's just used to it
So
at this point. He's seen enough.
basically the Yondu, this is backstory that they will not know until I actually say, but Yondu got like cursed when he was 5. His dad sacrificed himself to imbue his power into him so he can bring back his consciousness because he's sleeping. And through magic powers, he uses his body like a puppet. So, and then Mom did the same to the amulet to enhance that, and so Yondu can work like a normal person.
So Mandu literally wears, in a sense, or rather, Harrington's and wears, in a sense, is parents' stuff, in a way.
Yeah. And
That's really interesting.
the
Kind of
jewel
reminds me of
thing,
some
I can keep it
characters from a
in
villain arc, but yeah.
like I can keep the jewel stuff in under wraps. But if you want to ask off the story, why is changing color? You can ask. I don't mind.
Huh.
Although it might be easy to figure out by now, but yeah.
Mandu,
It's a
you
funny
have
thing.
the most. I don't even know the word for it. Your character is very unpredictable. I feel like.
And that fits in the
Yeah,
chaotic
chaotic for
good
sure.
personality.
Yeah.
I like how you guys are all on the good team, but also your spectrum is a wide variety. You see that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
very
very
balanced.
interesting. Saber would always try to do the right thing within the laws and rules of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Chloe
lawful.
is just he tries to
Yeah.
be good in general, and Mandu is good, but you can't read the damn man. You never know what he's gonna do.
And when you look at him, he never moves. Unless you like make him take off the face mask. You don't see the mouth move. You don't see anything. The guy has a blindfold. He's a mystery.
Very, very, very mysterious. All right, so
And
we mostly got everything done here for character creation. If there's anything extra, we
Yeah.
can always do it at the start of the next run or next session. And
sounds
I
good.
already have the idea for the story for the next part. If you guys do want to go get his stuff back, it's gonna be like a Metal Gear Solid kind of deal. So,
ooh,
or
Well,
And
you
I
could just go
mean,
busting down the
None of
door
us
and
are
try
good
to
at
get
that.
his shit. That's up to you.
to be honest, just metagaming a little bit here, but there's nothing of personal value to Draebolk that he has.
So
It's
you could
just-
convince him if you wanted to.
I would not be opposed to not getting it, but we'd have to go to some place where I could get some weapons.
You mean
and
like
as
right
far as
here?
I mean,
Yes,
Yondu is
There's
going
some
to
shopping
give
stuff.
you.
There's a general shop right over here. You're good to
yeah, but I'm
go.
poor as shit. If we take into
Sayward
account that we
got you
don't
covered,
grab
man. He's
money.
your
shit-
sugar
I
daddy.
have money.
I mean,
Yeah, it depends
unless
how
we
much.
decide
How
to
much?
keep going together, like
It's
we
up
don't
to
know
you.
what's going to happen tomorrow. Like
I will. I'll make
The other question is, if we don't go for my shit, what motivation do we have to go out adventuring together?
Yeah, where's that
Except-
coming in?
Well, you're since you knocked out 3 guards and you didn't kill them, you know they're going to be looking for your ass and alert other guards.
Oh well, that's true.
That's true.
You
yeah.
guys are
I mean-
well, yeah. No, all of you guys are going to be wanted at this point because of you helped out. There's other
And,
things
like,
that
an
are bigger
entire
at stake,
crowd stole the whole
anyways.
thing.
This is just a small problem in the world.
Well, we don't know about that.
I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like if you said
You're not wrong.
Draebolk-
You are
said
aware
Draebolk
that
had,
you
like-
guys are quote unquote criminals now. So yeah. Anyways, what was that, Mondo?
like, and you said that Draebolk was like trying to sell stuff for his tribe and stuff. I feel
No, I
like
was,
you
I
care
was trying
about.
to buy stuff.
The general
Well-
shop could get you something.
I guess.
Could make it on over to his village if you guys wanted to and hang out there. I mean, at this point, Sayward and Mondu has kind of sacrificed their reputation in town, at least for the guards, because the
Yeah.
guards will now try.
Oh,
to,
they're welcome. They're welcome with the pride for sure.
I'm sure. Yeah, so I think they'll be all right over there. So that'd be maybe your motivation to go over there, because now you
mean-
saw what the guards were about to do to Clover. They're not above and against doing that same stuff to you guys. So.
Yeah, I feel like a good decision would be to leave.
It's not like you
try
guys
to
really like this town
bring back
anyways.
peace.
Sayward was already getting tired of it. Just a little background story. He's like, he does it for free and he almost never gets any recognition. It's time for him to move on.
Performing drunk.
Yeah, but
That's your
let's
pay.
just say
You're
you were
getting paid
drunk
in
because you were a
booze.
little bit depressed and you aren't getting anywhere in this town. Let's put it that way. Give you a little bit of
Why don't you roll up his
motivation in your
mud map?
backstory. And Bondu will
Oh
just
my
follow
God.
you because you guys are basically best friends at this point. He'll do whatever. He'll just hang out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good man.
so-
It makes the kids happy. Yondu's happy.
So we should call it for now, right?
Yeah,
I
and
think
since
so. This
the
is a good stopping
guards,
point.
since you were searching for stuff, let's do a little bit of a loot check here. Might as well. It ain't gonna get much. Yeah,
I mean, I got a key
it's just
ring.
gonna, it's just gonna be something small. So you guys are on the good spectrum. So I don't think you take.
Can we?
Hmm?
Yeah, we won't take much, but can we say that Draebolk got a sword from one of the guards?
I was about to say, yeah, we might as well just do it that way. Let's just say you guys got barely anything. You took a 10, but you had to get out of there as quick as possible.
Hmm.
Let's just say, would you have grabbed one, Chloe? You think? In
yeah,
just in case.
I mean, sure, I would
feel
have.
like Draebolk needs some kind of weapon.
Let's just say he grabs a sword and that's it. No shield, just
Sure.
it's a short sword,
Okay.
That's
yeah,
small
no, no.
damage.
I feel in the morning we can talk about it, but
Yeah.
Yondu is going to give his shield to Draebolk. Like Yondu's using a bow and arrow anyways, so
Yeah, so we'll just put a short sword right now for your current weapon.
Okay. Yeah.
It's 1d6 piercing,
I'll-
just so you know.
I was about to check. So we have.
That's what they were using on you, so 1d6 made sense, honestly.
short sword.
Also, hey, Sodario, I
That
don't mean
says
to ignore you. I'm just
1d6,
trying to
yeah,
finish up
it's a
this campaign for
finesse
today. So
light.
nice to see you, man.
Piercings. Do I have the strength modifier, or would I have to?
you can, if it's finesse, you can use either strength or dex.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll use strength.
Do you know if your claw stuff is you can use it like as bonus action to get 2 attacks?
No, it's just as an attack.
Yeah.
So text for claws. Your claws are natural weapons, which you can use to make unarmed strikes. If you hit them, you can deal slashing damage. Blah blah. So it's just
Wouldn't it
a
be better
replacement.
to use your claws? To hit because accuracy rating?
Well,
Wouldn't they?
I'm not sure.
if you roll a d20, you get your 2 bonus on a short sword. But if you roll a d20 with just your claws, you get a +2/+3, don't you?
I get the proficiency plus the strength. Yeah, what would I get for the hit bonus on the short sword?
Your damage is a 1d6 plus strength. I don't. Your hit bonus
Yeah,
is
but for
not.
the hit bonus,
It's just a proficiency
you
bonus,
you
unless
get
you're.
this. Druid just says I get the same bonus for the short sword.
Wait, you can also hit harder with. Wait. Are you saying in 5e that as long as you have the right hit die or hit modifier for it, it adds to your accuracy rating as well? Is that what I'm hearing, or is it just a Leonin thing? This entire time
No,
we've
it's
been
not.
making.
It's not the only thing. So it would be a general
You know what?
thing.
This is a good time to just Google it. 5e
Yeah,
to
almost
hit.
everything is roll plus stat plus. Hold on, we could check the player's handbook. Let's see.
I changed the color of the thing. Make it snap to grid.
Okay, and the initiative is the same.
Where is it?
Hmm.
There we go. Player's handbook.
I need to make a certain graphic to import whenever
That's the player's
certain
handbook,
information is
alright.
revealed.
D20.
Now it should be this color.
Shouldn't there be a glossary at the end or something? Yeah, there is.
Yeah, it is. It is now your modifier to hit as well. If this was the case, I feel like you guys should have killed them faster. Well,
So it
Stewart
would have
never
been
would
for
have
all
hit
of us.
regardless because of his low ass rolls, but
Yeah, like seriously.
I
Well,
think
in my case, I don't.
I think
know,
the dagger
I do know that-
actually would have. Well, maybe it could have hit. I'm not sure.
Well,
Well, in my case, I know for a fact I don't
Yeah,
add
so
any damage
Okay.
until like level 8 when I get potent.
We
skill
get the good
test.
shit, yeah.
15.
So it looks like in 3e it was all about proficiency and mastery, and in 5e it's about your modifier to hit. It's very interesting. Why did they change so much? I guess it's better this way because everything was a freaking tank. So they had to fix that by adding your modifiers. Interesting.
Oh, but then that would have also counted for you, right?
That means they would have, well, there was no instances of any of the NPCs attacking you guys would have made a difference with the +2 or not on their strength. It would not have made a difference.
Okay.
It was either too high or it was just not high enough, you know? So we know this for the next round, though. 5e has changed quite a bit. It's better this way. I think accuracy. It also means you'll die faster too, which is scary. But it's just better this way. It's better than having people go, "Oh, you dodged it. Oh, he blocked it." Like every other turn, it's like it's a little boring. Because I remember back in 3, people would just be blocked. I had a person who had like 22 AC from level 3. Because he was his full heavy armor and had like the best
remove
shit.
the guards now.
He also had a small shield for his dick. It was hilarious. He was a lizard man.
Wow.
We call him Dick Shield. Yeah, it was great.
Wow.
Nice.
And whenever his shield would fall off there, he would actually go and attempt to grab it because it would, it's like a leaf for him. It was great. I miss those days.
Gem for the undo.
All right, so now that
All right.
Flo has a weapon, let's just say
And tomorrow
he might
is-
be
Wow,
more
actually,
willing to
The
just.
short sword isn't even that much better than the claws, to be honest.
It's yeah. It's whatever, right? It's better than nothing, I suppose.
See, I still roll piss low.
I bet you I rolled really high. Let's see.
Well, I rolled a d6. Okay. Well,
I rolled higher than you. Ha ha ha.
I rolled a d6. If you roll an 8, of course you roll higher.
Yeah.
Oh, they say
What do you mean? I
Wow.
can beat that. See?
Wait, that's a 4.
I totally didn't cheat that
Why
roll
are you rolling
anything.
like a god?
All right, there we go.
One for once.
Oh damn! I saw that 6 though. It's coming. Alrighty, we're gonna stop here. We'll
Yeah.
come back next week. I'll have the
This was
map ready
awesome.
for both for at least the jail or whatever it's gonna be. I have not decided what it was gonna be, where it's gonna be held at. I'll just probably roll for that. But
Wait,
I'll-
should we off like off character now just decide that we go for the stuff? So we go towards the jail cell just so that Roy doesn't have to
this is
prepare
true.
the village, the sewers,
Yeah,
and
that's
the
true.
thing.
That's a lot.
So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I
You could
personally
roll
would
on it,
like
or
my
you could
shit.
just yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
we can like skip in time and say the bartender gave us information in the morning, and we
Wait,
decide
what?
to send back.
No, we can play it out tomorrow. We don't have to play it now. We
Or-
can just
yeah.
say next time, for whatever reason, we will decide to go in towards the jail cell and grab my shit. And then we can come up with a reason.
Yeah,
But,
just let
The
me
reason
know.
is very simple.
What?
If that's what you want to do, Chloe.
I as
I
a
think it should
player
be up
would
to you.
like to get my stuff. I
Yeah,
as
okay.
the character don't really mind too much.
There is a very important family relic within your garbage. You need to get it
There's
back.
not. It's not.
Well,
I don't have any.
Saber's been around
It's
for
your
some
father's
time.
axe.
I told Saber this while we were gone earlier, Chloe, with the doorbell. I told Saber, since you're more familiar with this town, that you know that all the stuff that is confiscated goes straight to probably the jail cell, where all the lost and found shit is also at too. So if you wanted to get it, it would probably be in the backside of the jail cell near the armory, probably.
It sounds like an adventure, guys.
But it's heavily guarded. You know the same guards that you've seen? You'll see more of those, if not triple the size. It's up to you what you want to do with that.
We'll be fine. It'll be fine.
What's the
Totally.
bartender say? There is conveniently a sewer entrance coming from under the place where the jail is.
Actually,
Yeah, I could believe that.
you're not wrong.
That's not a bad
okay.
idea.
That was an option
Alright.
in my
That's
last
the
campaign.
Roy's plans all along.
All right, so we're doing this next week, just so that Roy can prepare that, and
I
we
should
don't
have
to
added
worry
trees. I
about
don't
the
know why I
last time.
didn't do that. That's a very good. You know what? Thank you for doing that. I assume Mondu did that.
Yeah, I checked the.
I thought about
objects
that, and I just
components.
completely didn't. It adds to the map. It really does. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's all
Like you go to the components RPG kit. You have.
No, I have them already. I actually
In
went
the-
and saved my
yeah.
own stuff. Here, let me show you.
Okay. In the
Also-
tile set, you have the trees and chairs
Also,
and
Roy,
chairs and barrels.
if you ever these things up here, the little bags that are up here, I don't know if you use them for building.
I
But-
literally have this stuff right here. I have so many things you don't even know. I even have dead trees. I fell through
That's
the floor
great.
for some reason. I have a lot of things. Don't you worry.
All right. Just saying, if you ever need a copy of what shit is up here, like on the top of the table
Yeah.
over here, there's a copy of everything in this chest. If you
Oh,
follow
that's right.
my
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get off
Yeah.
this thing. I'm assuming up here.
yeah, this chest has
Yeah.
a
Oh, the chest.
the chest that's on the floor that has a copy of all the stuff that's on the table.
Oh, that's
In
useful.
I made that copy just in case we ever delete something or get rid of it. Then
Yeah. Okay, I think everything's good.
I'm
I'll
Okay.
looking
save
for
this
for
one more
bushes to add.
time because I think it's okay to save, right?
Yeah.
Should be.
who do we raid now?
I have a single beer, and that's myself. So
All right. Pretty good ending spot. I'll remember to put some more trees and bushes and shit next time, so it's not so flat.
I mean, this map is amazing, Roy.
Yeah, it's really
I
cool.
spent about an hour on it. The first thing I did
Nice.
actually was like work on the sewer stuff. I wanted to see how the tiles would snap together, and I spent about 15 minutes figuring that stuff out until I found out the options grid. I'm like, oh, that makes so much more sense now. There's a grid I could use.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then once I figured that out,
you
I
can-
pulled out all 100 plus items of city and sewer stuff. I'm like, okay, I want that. I want that. So I kind of like made a whole water thing because I like it just makes sense,
I
you
like
know.
it.
like
It
you
looks
can.
cool.
Oh, Oh, you snap everything together.
It
Look, you can.
Behind the tavern over here, there is yeah,
Uh,
it was locked, but behind the tavern over here, there's actually like docks and ports and stuff for like ships and all that. That was the whole plan. This is all like the storage stuff
wow,
next to
you
the tavern. So
you actually got the size kind of right. You can like right click and a grid projection. So the grid from below goes over anything
do you know?
want.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. The reason why this works out really well is because of I put it to 1-to-1 ratio for squares, and then I made sure the sizes of the tiles were the same. So that's what I did.
I'm looking all of the trees.
I
It
like to
works.
make perfection when I can. I can't say that some of these tiles are connected properly, like this one over here by the tavern. I'm kind of upset about that, but I mean,
It's okay.
whatever.
Like
Who
this
cares?
type. Oh, no, never mind.
Whoops.
He's gonna flip it.
Who's
Ready? Alright.
unlocking these all the time?
Look, go down and look at where the thing is hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we just Control Z that?
Oh, you know this. Oh God, why would you do that?
I already did. Sorry.
I could have hit reverse time instead.
Let's rewind.
Yeah, I got it.
That is the
You
same
have
thing.
That's the same thing.
There. I rewinded
I mean, you
20
already saved,
seconds.
so this doesn't really
I know, but
matter.
like now you know how it works.
Oh,
so.
it's still on top of the trees.
Not for me. That's weird.
Not for me.
Okay. Yeah, if
It's
for you
okay,
guys,
Chloe.
it
I
works,
already
then
saved it
yeah.
before that, so before Mondu messed it
Yeah,
all
okay,
up.
perfect.
We're just gonna find someone to raid.